We are live. Hi.
All right. What is up, beautiful people, and welcome to the Frost and Fist.
And I am Freak. And we totally screwed that one up. You want to try it again?
What is up, beautiful people? Welcome to the Frost and Fist. I'm your wolf brother, Mythos Kushvanada.
And I am Freak, and welcome to the show.
And joining us is this amazing lad, who's a much more professional YouTuber than we are.
We're not worthy.
Welcome to Weather Pig, or as some of you have already come to know him as, the Super Weather Pig.
Super Weather Pig, yes.
Thank you.
And usually at the beginning here we do a, tell them who we got on the show and, what kind of knowledge you bring us. But they know you on the show already by now. You're the
Your family, bro. You're the Super Weather Pig, yeah.
But if you haven't checked him out, go check out The Weather Pig. And, that I need to fix. That aside, though, aside from things I need to fix, this man has done some amazing Gundam content this week. And before that, some wet blending stuff.
Sound like you said condom.
What?
It sounded like you said condom.
Okay, overlooking that.
You guys didn't hear that? I swear to God, I heard.
Anyways, go check out the Weather Pig's content. Man, guys, we're up to the high quality start already. Running Bear says highest. Hellwork says howdy bear. Oh man, I'm so glad Brother Thomas has been able to make a chat because this man has been doing so much adulting lately and not been able to get in any hobby time. So what little hobby time he's getting, I'm really honored he's getting to spend some of it with us. Let's see. Running Bear's painting his Space Wolf shoulders, one black, other red, doing the 13th Company. You guys all know 13th Company is my favorite company of Space Wolves. Atomic Dog is going to be at the bench painting some old space orcs and grots. Very cool. I'm still waiting to hear back on splitting that set, Atomic Dog. Hit me up. Let me know. Let's see. Weather Pig says, "G'day." Do it in your rich Australian voice, my friend.
Yeah.
G'day.
Oh, that's
mate.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Hey, Freak has a pretty good Aussie accent.
I do, right?
Yeah, most Americans can't. The Brits get an advantage. Yours is really nice.
Lady Dragon made it. I haven't seen you in the last couple of live shows, so the fact that you are here is an honor. That's cool. We got Kaiju Shorts with us. Very cool.
I love shorts. Wait.
I like to think you guys are actually ready as Freak is just sitting there playing his guitar when this happens. That's exactly what happened. It totally wasn't me having technical difficulties at the last minute, as per usual. It was completely and 100% Freak jamming on the guitar.
Oh my God.
We got a brother Roxas in the chat. Says, yo.
Yo.
Eric Painting says, good evening, everyone. And he's got a game against Sleeping Bear tomorrow. Man, good luck.
Just don't wake him up.
I think the last couple battle reports I watched, I think you whipped the pants on Sleeping Bear. So actually, should I be wishing you good luck or should I be wishing Sleeping Bear good luck? One of you. I hope you guys have a fun game.
And are you wishing good luck to the winner or to the loser?
I'm trying to wish good luck to the underdog.
But isn't you wishing good luck not a good
thing?
thing?
Hey, you're right. Whoever I cheer for ends up rolling like crap.
Yep.
The vampire luck is in effect. I just wish both of them luck. What happens then?
Instant annihilation. Mutual self-destruction.
Man.
Great, Mythos. Great. You just destroyed them both.
Either way, it's an honor to have you joining us, Aaron. Man, I know it is super early in the morning for you, so thank you for joining us. We got X Gear Commander. I haven't seen his Happy Freaking Friday, but I know it's there.
It's there. He just said it.
I haven't gotten to the bottom yet. I just happened to see his name. There we go. I just had to scroll down a little further.
Don't yell at me. I'm sensitive.
Good to see all three tonight. The Gundam Boy. Oh, apparently the music was loud.
I'm sorry. I was jamming, see? Everybody loves Column. I'm telling you. They love the Weather Pig.
And then we got Zane in the chat. They're, oh my gosh. So I wish them both luck. So they're both rolling nothing but ones. Oh no.
I told you.
It's going to be a long game, guys. It's going to be a long game.
You know, sometimes our games are like that. I roll ones, Methos roll ones. I roll ones, Methos destroys me. Yeah, that's the game.
Yeah, there have been some rounds like that, but usually one of us will pull out of the rolling ones, streak before it goes too far.
Thank
Usually
you.
I'm the first.
Thank you, lady. I need love. Methos don't love me. He used to love me, but just... I'm an old hat.
We have Baby Dragon Gaming in the chat.
Hi.
Welcome, Baby Dragon Gaming.
I like anything with dragon.
It makes me think of the old Yu-Gi-Oh card, Baby Dragon.
Not to be confused with Baby Shark. That we don't take their kind here.
Then you play it with Time Wizard and you get Thousand Dragon. All right, so guys, we like to start this off with a hobby update. And Callum, we always like to start with our guests. So what have you been up to? What you got for a chat?
I haven't been doing too much. I've also been adulting, unfortunately. But as mentioned in the chat earlier, I've been doing a lot of work on a Gundam, the real grade RX 782. Who's there? If I must.
The point.
Point. No, I had a lot of fun with him. I've realized I wrote some hobby goals way back at the end of last year when you guys asked me to, and technically I've already finished one of those in that, so I'm sure we'll talk about that later.
Very cool.
But no, really fun. It's a lot smaller than the other one, but I think that made it a lot more fun, a lot easier. And the weathering was just so much fun on it. And I got to use my signature paint brushes, which are really fancy. I don't know how much they cost, but really fancy paint brushes I got for free a while back.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, it was good. I think it definitely. I was joking around with someone. I think it was Specs. We were talking about small paint brushes. I think it's 90% with straight lines and thin lines. It's like 90% skill, but using the fancy brushes definitely did help.
Please don't,
I agree.
Please don't talk about my small brushes.
Cool. What you got on the bench right this minute?
I'm building up. I don't know if anyone's seen my Canberra road trip video. It's an older one from like 6 months ago, but I'm building up a 135th tank.
Oh, that's so cool.
That looks like a big boy.
It is a big boy. This is actually the one that we dropped the nuclear bomb on and spawned all those spiders. Same tank.
Well,
that's where you get the nuclear spiders. See, what are you going to do with that tank? Please tell me you're not going to make the same mistake twice.
I think it'll melt on contact, this one. But no, I'm really excited. It's very rare that, of all the tanks I've done, it's very rare that it's technically British, but it's the closest thing that I can call an Australian tank. So I'm really excited for that.
What's the scale on that model?
135th.
There you go. There you go, Brian. You're absolutely right.
Oh yeah, and it comes with, anyone in the scale model world, it comes with a metal barrel, which is usually you have to pay like a lot of money extra to get, but it comes with that in the box, which I'm really excited about.
Is it? So I've seen kits that are part plastic and part resin and metal, part plastic and metal. I've seen these cross kits before, and sometimes, and this may just be the skill of whoever's work I was looking at, but sometimes when I'm looking at these kits, even though you've put acrylic paint on top, sometimes you can tell like they were different materials underneath. So
I'm showing Atomic Dog.
Have you come across that before? What it's like these cross material kits?
I've done. I've got some old Horus Heresy stuff. I've got Horus Heresy Land Raiders and Rhinos, which were half Forge World resin, half GW plastic. And that's definitely interesting. It's very surreal holding what is essentially a GW plastic Rhino, but with the weight of a Forge World kit.
Yeah.
But no, you kind of can tell. I haven't worked with vinyl or any kind of really fancy things, but it'll be interesting to see if having the metal on it looks differently. I use a very thick primer, so I imagine you won't see anything on the final product. But tank barrels are infamous for, because you glue two parts together, they usually have a shocking seam line, and that's where the metal barrels come in.
People don't like
and
it.
Yes,
veiny, right? So
it is Atomic Dog. It is a very heavy tank, slower than molasses. And we took it to Vietnam, which I can't imagine was very easy.
Hey, shoot this.
It's the 5-1, which is kind of the Australian version of it, I guess.
Very nice, very nice. I'm actually interested to see that because I don't know. I'm not in any way, shape, or form into historicals.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I watch really talented people like yourself, Atomic Dog, these others paint up some really good-looking tanks, gives me the urge to get in there and try it. You know, like, oh man, how would I paint it? Of course, being that I'm not into historicals, though, I probably wouldn't go for like realism or accuracy and paint up these modern tanks in a Warhammer style and just ruin the whole thing.
White Scars. Why does this look like a White Scars? Oh god.
It's a White Scars Panzer.
That would be fun. But no, I'm painting it up for a competition, hopefully. So I'm hoping it'll be some of my best work.
So we've been chatting for a minute. Just to clear up, Baby Dragon in the chat is the Plague Child, also known as daughter of Lady Dragon and Big D. So, you know, let's all be gents in the chat. And we have Gabriella Brown in the chat.
Welcome to the chat.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Why, hello there. Kaiju says spider tank. Spider tank. Supercharge those spiders, man. Oh no. Don't do it.
Oh. Real quick. We have actually, it's technically not an arachnid, but we have run into a giant insect in a tank before. Atomic Dog was talking earlier about the Matilda, which is a tank we used a lot. We saw one last year, and we went to look down the barrel of it. It's a really small barrel, and the biggest grasshopper was like very aggressively trying to get us away from its home. It was
mutant grasshoppers. They and you live there. Why?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Build a boat. Get away. Run.
It was a giant prison. That's what it was founded as. So
similarly, when we were first building Freak's gaming table at his place, which we still need to get in there and test out now that he's got his hobby room set up, because we were playing in the garage at the time. Mm-hmm. Now garages, as we all know, are places where spiders like to congregate and hold mass, and you know.
Whoop, brother, don't do spiders.
No. So, anyways, I had brought him a big box of trash terrain that we built based on popular Commissar Gamza series, and he had 3D printed some ruins to go with them. So he was stashing them all in the box. And, anyways, we're setting up the table, and I go and I pick up these 3D printed ruins he painted up. And something meaty solidly back into the terrain box. And you hear like a little scratch, skitter, right? I'm like, what the hell just came out of here? Is that a spider? But it was a spider. Freak's like, don't freak out. It's not a spider, right? This has been in my hobby room, not here in the garage, yada, yada, yada. It's only been in the garage for like 5 minutes now. Anyways, we put it on the table, and then we noticed all of the, you've seen like the GW Gothic ruins, right? Mm-hmm. All of the windows in the Gothic ruins were all webbed over. I was just like, I'm not going back in the box. You set up the table.
Oh my god. I've got a vivid imagination. I can imagine, shooting insects at each other. Fire!
So,
Oh, he hit me with a roach. Load the cannon. Who's grasshoppers?
I mentioned let's all be gents. Lady Dragon goes, why? That rat has a worse mouth than me. Well,
Wow. Well, that's terrible.
Australian warfare. We shoot insects at each other. I'm done.
Could you imagine? Some
Whether
kid with a
it-
slingshot,
Weather Pig and Kaiju both win any disagreements we might have. I'm not fighting them.
Yeah, they win, right? You can take our country.
just stay in yours and
We surrender. Right?
Oh goodness.
Nobody's going to take over. Let's take
Biological
over
warfare.
Australia. Yeah, we can conquer Australia. Do you see what they got in there? Let's go somewhere else. Hey, how about Antarctica?
might be easier.
Brother Oni has just joined us, and I think you'll be happy to know, Weather Pig, that Brother Oni has picked up some Gundam kits as well, and he said that he will be starting a channel soon, and Gundams will definitely be part of that channel. So
That
Yeah,
is exciting. I saw his poster.
very cool, very
pretty
cool.
exciting.
My Hail Pancetta. It's like he doesn't love me. Are we talking about Archer?
What?
Where is Brother Archer?
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen him. I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Rivet counters will have a heyday with Mythos. Rivet counters?
So people who do scale tanks and need literally everything 1,000% accurate to the point that they'll like count the rivets on wheels and things.
You're
Man, they get nasty too.
Is
I've
that
They do.
a thing? Really?
A couple jumped on who are they? I want to say it was it was British Miniature Paint. It was the BMP. Gosh, Brother Justin from the BMP. They jumped on him because I think the pants on his soldiers weren't historically accurate.
You told
It
me
was
that.
crazy.
I remember that.
I was like, the color's a little off. You're jumping on because the color's a little off. Paint, whatever.
The closest I had was I had a mate call me out for painting shells the wrong color, but it was all in good fun. But no, there are nice rivet counters who just do it themselves and let other people do what they want. But there are very mean rivet counters as well.
Yeah. No, this
Hey.
guy wrote like a historical dissertation on all the historical facts he got wrong by painting the pants the wrong color or whatever.
Yeah.
I was just like, and that's another reason why I'll never do historical. I already get tired of getting people shit sometimes because my Space Wolves are the wrong color, right?
Mhm.
And so, although I have to say that has really diminished over the last 2 years. Like the community's gotten a lot cooler about it. I used to get like some really nasty comments sometimes about how, there's 30 years of history and lore, that defines what Space Wolves are, and you're disrespecting the community that loves this lore. But I was like, I just don't like painting Easter egg blue, man. I got nothing against the lore.
Hmm.
Yeah, they would
So.
call him out on stuff. It's like, oh, that chaos.
Well, I think you should be running chaos stats because you got them painted as chaos.
You just shut your mouth.
Lily just said it. Oh, well, I think you should check them out. Mind your damn business. No, I mean, for the most part, though, people have gotten really cool. In fact, actually, I had gotten so much crap about it. Some of it here online, but mostly like in person at stores. And if you watch, no, I'm actually not going to go recommend anyone here go watch our first videos. But like our first 5 videos, one of the things that we brought up a few times is that, I'm thinking about changing the color of my Space Wolves because I'm getting so much flack or feedback. And actually, what was really cool is like several people in our comment section kept coming back, said, "Nah, man, your Space Wolves look great. Continue doing it your way, hobby your way. There's room in this for everybody to hobby their own way." And so I stuck with that. I was this close to switching over to 30K gray colors. But then
Wow.
I went from a simplistic black and silver to really finding my own style with the Caldor sky blue and all that kind of stuff, and imperial blue, and so eventually I kind of worked my way to it's black and silver, yes, but there's a lot of different shades and tones and stuff on here, you know. So I've eventually found my own style, and no, it's not traditional Space Wolves colors.
It don't gotta be.
But yeah, so I like having my own flair.
Yeah.
I say
no,
as I'm painting Codex White Scars right now. But yeah, so that was definitely a thing. So if I got that much flack off of painting Warhammer colors, I definitely could do historicals because the what are they called, rivet counters, would definitely get on my nerves.
I can't find an accurate report of how these were actually painted in real life because they're kind of obscure Australian ones. No one really knows. So I have an idea of how I'm going to paint mine based on what research I've done, and I hope that it's close enough.
Dude, ignore the people. Just
Yeah.
yeah. Not gonna hear any crap from these guys. We were like, oh dang, that's pretty cool. Man, it could have like a hole in it, no rivets, whatever. Painted yellow. Oh, that looks authentic.
Thomas says, so I should bring my spider when I visit in April. Man, you absolutely can, my brother. I can't guarantee I'll answer the door, but you can bring him if you want to. Ding dong!
Ding dong!
Everyone be quiet.
Sends Commander out to go get the door. You go get it's the dog.
You guys ever had that bill collector life where somebody rings the doorbell and you turn off all the lights and close the blinds? Anyways. It just got real in here. Let's see. Oni, your tips were very well received last week. Everybody loves just the tip.
Dude, I was gonna say something good.
Lady Dragon, I would absolutely like to hear what's on your workbench. Oh, Oni just picked up some equipment, so hopefully he'll be starting his channel soon.
What you get, homeboy?
And Big D has joined us. Says, "Holy crap, you people! I'm gonna paint a neon tank."
There you go.
Tron colors.
There you
Very
go.
nice.
There you go. Do it, bro.
But see, Big D actually see me. I'm a noob struggling my way through some things. If I were to start on these things like historicals or even Gundam and stuff like that, I would be kind of noob at. But Big D, especially with the work he's done with his brother Al, they've got some real chops in the historical stuff too. He could back up whatever he says if the rivet counters came for him. Oni's working on some Flesh Eater's Court, very nice, just like Brother Rob. Lady D got a commission.
Congrats.
Someone wants to pay me to make them, and okay, Freak, you got to read that because I butcher words.
Let me go back to it here.
And she's entering. I've been looking at your art drawings lately. That's pretty awesome.
Okay, so basically it says someone wants to pay me to make them an Art Nouveau style painting. And I'm entering into an art contest with my drawings. Then there are all the figures. So the minis.
Very cool. To be blunt, there are a-holes in every hobby. I like he said to be blunt, but then he very nicely censored a-holes.
Who is that?
Running Bear.
Oh.
He's right. There are a-holes everywhere.
Yep.
But overall, I feel like we've got a good community. Now, there are a-holes everywhere. Remember, we have seen the one painting judge you and I talk about from time to time. Mm-hmm. We have seen where one of our buddies' whole armies got stolen at Fat Ogre.
Right.
So there are jerks everywhere, unfortunately.
Yep. Maybe they get gonorrhea. What?
Yeah, Mythos, I can't wait to hear about peeps about my Dark Angels in brown colors. Ha!
Archer! Archer, yay!
We got our Smash Captain in the house! Zane said, they don't start putting holes in the door until they decide to take a nap on your porch. What?
Holes?
I must have missed an earlier conversation.
Oh. As long as they don't put holes in the walls. And it's just weird. What?
All right, so Freak,
Hi.
you have had some pretty cool stuff on your bench this week.
Yeah. So I'm just about done with my Centurions, and I've got all the details done. So the only thing I need to do is do the edge highlighting, and I already started working on these bad boys. Gosh, dog it. Anyway, so I started doing the highlighting and the shading on the heads. So once,
You
once
using them Oni tips?
huh?
Oh no, those are helmeted heads, right?
Yeah, these are helmeted. Yeah, no, I just wanted the helmeted ones. But yeah, I'm super excited because I'm done with this. I'm practically done with this particular project, and then I do have something I'm going to sidestep on. Brother, Tim Moat, I'm going to be doing a commission for him, and it's going to be working on RJack with his 13th company colors. So it's going to be really exciting. I can't wait. It's super stoked about that. I like the different changes in color. So far every commission I've had on Space Wolves have been non Easter egg blue colors, like Atlas's. His was like a black and gold, or black and brass. Mine were like the dark blue, not so much that sky blue color. And then his are going to be the 13th company colors. So stoked, really excited about that. But then after that, I'm going to just swap back, and then I'll work on the big man himself, Tor Garadon. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Man,
Very cool.
I'm so excited, dude. This whole week, this is my first actual week that I'm taking PTO, paid time off, just for me. Not just because I'm sick, Actually taking some time. I'm going to be working on the bench a lot, writing some music. Oh, something, a little sidestep. I just got through. This is the first time that I have ever. Something that I swore I would never do, Mythos. You've heard me say it, but I did it. Was to remove the nozzle off my airbrush.
Very cool.
I did it. Thank goodness it's not brass, not an Iowata. It's actually steel the whole way through, while the masters are brass. So they kind of strip or snap off really easy.
And my bad fish was too.
Yeah. So I took it off. Mythos, I couldn't believe how much junk was in that. I was like, oh my gosh. It was, anyway, so I got a good chance.
I'll bring you
to
mine.
clean
You
it
can do
off.
mine too.
Wait, what, you serious? Anyway, so yeah, starting off my weekend and my holiday, if you will, outright. So really excited. So I'm gonna have a lot of good projects coming up, and super stoked about it. And of course, we're gonna be talking about how I look so much better today. Well, not my face or anything, but lighting wise. Yeah.
Very nice lighting.
Yeah, okay. So
I've got to get an extension cord for my light that matches yours, because I only have 3 USB ports on this computer.
really.
And they're already taken up. So.
Oh, yeah. I've got a hub I can get you.
Oh, sweet. That'd be great.
I've got a hub that goes from 1 to 5.
I also hear that Zane has a hub he could hook us up with.
That's a different hub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the hub that would transfer from Chippendales to something else. Best.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That one may actually. Yeah.
That's where you host the Patreon exclusive videos.
Yes. Those are bow tie moments.
Oh, so Big D says, "Freak with the beard called you look like you're 12." Let me tell you a little story about that.
God.
So, Freak told me that
Oh,
he
come
shipped
on.
last week after we got off the show. I said, "Man, I was surprised you logged on tonight. You're off Tuesday." He's like, yeah, I've got a breathing machine, and it was coming in a way that was keeping me from breathing.
Yeah, yes. Let's just correct that. It's not a. It's breathing machine makes me sound like I'm Darth Vader and I got a plate on my chest, with lights on it. No, it's a CPAP machine because I have sleep apnea. So it.
Can we pretend it's a Darth Vader machine? That's a little cooler.
Okay, we can do that. Sorry, good. Continue.
Anyways, so he said he had to cut it down, and he's going to be regrowing it, a little more strategically this time, right? And anyway, so we had already talked. I said, well, you still want the beard oil? He's like, yeah, because I'm going to be growing it back in. So I took him his lights this week, and I also packed up the dice from Twisted Dice so he could get his set, and the beard oil. And anyways, Lily saw me chucking the beard oil in the box, and she's like, beard oil for what? If you guys haven't seen it yet, she watched his Chaplain Emo video earlier this week in response to our brother here, the Weather Pig. And in seeing the video, she's like, I just saw that man, and he is so smooth as a baby's bottom.
Hey, I need beard oil for my chest hair.
Beard oil for your chest hair. That's not going to get weird. Awesome.
And it's the spray kind too.
So you got some things you plan on knocking out with your PTO, huh?
I sure am, man. Absolutely. I'm going to be hitting. Let me phrase that. Yeah. So I'm going to be knocking out a lot of minis out, a lot of painting, a lot of music too. I can't wait. Yeah. Just super stoked, dude. And I will be growing this out this week. So.
Very nice, very nice. Also, one of the things he mentioned that he wants to work on. Remember, we told you guys like 8 weeks ago we had an upcoming battle report for you guys.
4 years later.
So that's in the pipeline. We were just chatting at lunch yesterday that January was not a very productive month for us at all. Between me being gone to a leadership conference for a week and being in the hospital for a week, my painting time and editing time just got severely limited. And then things have been so crazy for Freak at work. He's been on call like 3 out of the 4 weeks this month.
Yep.
So, which is one of the reasons why he really needs the time off now. Oh man, we just got 2 new subs, guys. Thank you so much to Talon Matson and Merville's Rot. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. So really cool stuff. And we already saw what is on Freak's bench right this second. My bench is, I've got a couple of side projects around here, but I need to finish this guy. I just bought some new gloss coat to finish doing the decals on him. But aside from decal, also I forgot, I need to go back and airbrush the thruster effects here. But aside from decals, he's pretty much ready to go. I've got some nice shaded red on there this time, and he's all glossed up so I can put the decals here and here. And then I got to do something with the door because I don't want to just do like a bunch of the red stripes and painting like white scars because I've done so well shading the outside and highlighting the inside. I got to put something there.
I have a question about your glossing, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So, do you gloss the whole tank or the whole model for specifically just the decals, or do you do any of the pin washing along with it as well?
Okay, for me, those are 2 separate things. So I always gloss the whole thing.
Okay.
Just because I have had texture issues before trying to gloss just one area.
Okay.
As you can see, even after I matte coat sometimes, sure. I can see where the old gloss stopped and the non-gloss areas start.
Okay, so there's a buildup then. Okay.
Huh?
There's a buildup then of the gloss. Then.
Right.
Okay.
But I always go back and I'll either do my washing ahead of time, or sometimes if I feel like I really, really want to avoid staining, I'll do the Kenny Boucher ancient Chinese technique of gloss varnish and then gloss wash, and then that'll just pin wash into all the recesses.
Right, and the reason why I asked because that my technique is I gloss it all over primarily to do the wash the pin washing because it flows better. I don't have any gloss washes, so I have a tendency to just or gloss the whole thing up. That way, everything can flow into the recesses, and I'm good. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I do it for both the decals and for pin washing.
Gotcha.
And I do a lot more pin washing when I'm painting white. In fact, I really got into heavily doing it when I first started getting decent with my white with the Tau Army.
Right.
Because white is so easy to stain. I want to give a quick shout out. We have Plastic Crack Gaming joining us, and what's the crack, gents? And I have to say, I love your name because my friends and I, Richard over at the Nerd Life, Hellchild, Archer, Freak, we refer to what we do in the hobby as Plastic Crack all the time.
Yep.
So I absolutely love your name.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Can you call this the Break Freak Week?
Oh man, here it goes.
Break Freak Week. I like it. Let's see. Kaiju says, I've got a huge Mechagodzilla Gundam style kit to start. Oh, Mechagodzilla is so cool. I always love those movies. Gundam, as in these giant robots, not Gungan style from the song.
I was thinking of this too. Oh, my Gungan style. Sorry.
Lady Daggy says she'll be on her channel. Why did I just ask her to shoot me the link to her channel when she's here in the chat? Retard mythos. But yeah, if you click on her name here in the chat, she's going to be posting up some of her art stuff on her channel, so check that out. Archer says, I kind of want to get a Torgard and convert him to a Primaris Pedro Cantor. I've seen a lot of those Pedro Cantor conversions. They all look cool.
Bull for Pedro.
Running Bear says he just changed mask types because I ain't cutting my beard for nothing. CPAP get here as well. CPAP here as well. Yeah. Definitely can't give up the beard for Running Bear. He's an old school long fang. Talking about greasing up your chest ears. Atomic Dog says, let's move on, guys. Good grief. Try to
Oh, you want to see some chest hair with bow ties.
Soap is cheaper, man.
Have you seen Year One with Jack Black?
Uh-uh.
Oh, there is a disgusting chest hair oiling scene in that movie. That's all I'm thinking about right now. I don't know who the actor is that's having it done, but it's I can't recall the names. It's not fun.
Early for us to a broken weather pig in the chat.
Hey,
I have to watch this movie now.
It's
really? Now you have to watch that movie? Watch a bunch of guys oil their chests? That's
that's exactly what I'm watching it for. Hey, if this can teach me how to make a few extra bucks,
I'm with you. Should we watch it together?
This could be research for our other job.
Should we wear our bow ties while we're doing it?
Together, okay, that's just us being good study buddies, right?
Okay. But
there's nothing wrong with that.
Are we gonna watch it with our bow ties on?
Of course.
Okay, just making sure that
How else would we watch it?
Right, we gotta get in our character, gotta get in the mood.
I think somewhere Brian's head just exploded. Running Bear says, okay, now beard oil somehow turns into a 70s porn music getting played.
You know what? I gotta really be careful because my CEO is still trying to remember the name of our channel, and he keeps getting it wrong. But I think one day he's gonna get it right, and he'll walk in. He'll tune in right at that moment, where we're. So, I heard you on your channel, and yeah, I think we're gonna have to find another IT guy. So thanks for your time.
A couple of my account managers tune in from time to time. I really hope that the channel doesn't get back around to my bosses. Oops.
I mean that's exactly what he told me because because I had to get out of our we were having our which we call an L10 meeting, which is, we discuss what's going on for the for the department, things that are coming, all our future goals, current goals, any goals that we have not met, whatever. Anyway, so I had to get out of the conference call because I had to help a physician. We were having some issues, and I sent an email, hey guys, sorry I had to abruptly leave, but I needed to salvage this relationship because the physician was getting really upset, and he had a good reason for it. So he responds, hey, no worries. I was trying to remind everyone about your channel. What was it called? I think he said Fists and... Oh, gosh. It was something really weird. Hang on. I got it right here. Here it is. No worries. I tried to push everyone to your YouTube channel, but couldn't remember the name. Fists and Flakes? Yeah, that's close enough. I'm not sure if you're going to find what you're looking for there, but
it would be funnier if it turned out to be an even worse channel, and that's what they stumbled across. Oops. We got to talk about some of the things on your channel. Yeah. We're not sure we want to be related to you at the moment.
Right. Association with this hospital, I'm not quite sure is healthy. I'll have to let you go. Okay.
We mentioned the Gunga style earlier. Lady Dragon says, I will pay to see Freak do the full dance.
Already happened.
Says, Lady Dragon, I'd buy in on that.
I did it. I did it once. My girls, okay, I got 3 daughters. My middle daughter, when she got married, she asked me to do it at the wedding with her. And I did it. Did it once. Or again. It was fun, but never again.
When that song was popular, Raz and I would do that pretty regularly through the parking lots. I think me, Raz, sometimes Kalo, sometimes Daz. Atomic Dog says, I want to see the both do the chunk dance truffle. And Gamecraft Dragon says, I would pay to watch Mythos and Freak oil each other up.
What? Whoa, well, this is the wrong channel for that, bud. Wrong channel.
Archer says it's field research for the hub channel.
We were just talking about potential higher-ups tuning in at any moment.
Yes, and this is probably the moment he goes, I remembered the name. Oh, my goodness.
So this is what you do on the weekend. This is highly inappropriate. You'll be written up. I'll be tuning in this Friday night.
Well, I guess he doesn't need a raise after all.
That's because we help other people get raises. Anyways, my hobby update this week, guys, has been very singularly focused. And I skipped over it in the chat. I read it. Big D says, hey, boys, where are my land speeder conversions? So here is my challenge. And you may have seen my entry video go up about an hour before the show tonight, literally cutting it to the last moment. But this has been my pretty singular focus over the last 2 weeks. But overall, like, as much as I was frustrated by this thing, uninspired, you guys have no idea how many times I messed up this paint job and started over and repainted it again. This originally, I was going to try and do the white scars triangles over here across the front here, so that way it would have some kind of extra color to break it up. First, I tried airbrush and masking tape, and the masking didn't work at all. At all. At all. Like, they were vaguely flame-shaped messes. That's what they were. They were not triangles. Like, and I had messed something up, too. I want to say, oh, that's what it was. Somehow, I love GW bottles. So while I was pouring it into the airbrush, as per usual, some ran off the side here. GW, please, please, please give us dropper bottles. Some ran off the side here. I didn't notice, and apparently my pinky touched that little bit on the side of the bottle. Okay, so while I'm holding the masking tape down, I do my little airbrushing, and I'm like, that looks pretty good. And apparently I handled it and got a big red pinky print. And you guys know, I got so mad because I put so much work into airbrushing. First, everything gray sear, then the go in with the shades with the silicanum / Space Wolves gray, and then I reinforce all the highlights with white scar and white ink. And it's a 3-layer process. When you do a 3-layer process, you can't just say, well, I'll just go back in with the base color and neaten her up. The whole thing is ruined. You got to so I messed that up. Then I was pissed. I cussed about it a lot, but then I got myself back together and back into fix-it mode, not panic mode. There's a lot of panic mode you guys don't see, by the way. So much. You guys usually see the end result of what I do. There's so much panicking before that happens. Table flipping.
Salt. Much sodium.
Homeless people go missing sometimes.
What?
There's a lot of rage anyways that happens before I get to the end product. Anyway, so I was super mad, but then I got back into fix-it mode, and I used it wasn't super smooth as it used to be, but I went in with the Q-tip, and I used some of that 100% alcohol and wiped it down, made it smooth, went back in with the Vallejo light gray surface primer, then my white gray sear, then the whole formula, put all 3 layers back on here, right? Okay. Fix that. Then I went and, while I was fixing that though, popped one of the little winglets off here. My little wings popped off. But I didn't panic too much about that because it was a good plastic connection. It glued back on pretty well. But then I went and peeled the tape up from the masking tape and saw that the paint had soaked through the triangle shapes and did not give me the good clean lines I was looking for. And I was like, and it wasn't even worth it. I just ruined 3 hours of work and it wasn't even worth it. So then I ended up stripping everything back to the primer, repainting it all. This is my 3rd time, by the way, doing this airbrush 3-layer white look here. But yeah, I kept screaming it wasn't even worth it. And I see Lily poke her head around the corner to check on me, right? And then she leans her head back, and I'm swearing. And then I'm like, I can't believe it. My buttery smooth blends. And I hear the snickering, controlled snickering from the other room. Because I was so seriously swearing about my buttery smooth blends. And she's like, I don't know what the context is, but when you yell that so seriously, I'm trying not to die laughing. Even now, you can hear her in the other room. She's still chuckling about it. She's like, baby, I know you're so pissed off and serious right now, but that is the most hilarious thing I've ever heard.
Can't believe it's not butter.
Damn it, my buttery smooth blends. So now that's kind of a thing with us.
That's a genuine life tip that I subscribe to. Is whenever you're mad about something, when you say things in a mad way, always use funny or goofy word choices, and it just immediately brightens the mood as you're saying these serious things in such a stupid way.
I do that naturally because I have this habit of deflecting through humor. So oftentimes I'll hit a dark period of humor, me saying random crap, but in a very angry way. And eventually, I'll get back to where I need to be. That's kind of one of my defense mechanisms. But yeah, this has been my singular focus for the last 2 weeks. Basing, Luke's APS basing with some extra rocks, some grass tufts, and some skulls. But I did put up my video, Big D, so it is 9:30 on the 31st. I am last minute, but I'm entered in on time.
You're in.
Yeah. And also, I have to say I'm really proud because this doesn't, to me, that the biggest thing was I kept thinking I'm not going to be able to make this not look like a deodorant stick. But honestly, this looks like a flyer I'd be pretty proud to play and put on the battlefield. So
it looks great, bud. It looks really, really good.
You look great.
What?
We have Brother Rob from the Miniatures Paintbrush join us. Good to see you, Brother Rob. Running Bear says it's better to be pissed than pissed on.
That's
You're
true.
right.
This is true.
You ever painted fingers without? You ever finger painted without your fingers before, or toes?
Without them?
I mean, sometimes my painting looks like I was finger painting. That's just horrible brush control. Masking tape did nothing at all. Nothing at all. Stupid sexy beats.
I'm curious. Do you apply the masking tape and then go straight onto applying the new color on top of that? Are there any steps in between?
So in this case, I was out of I took a shortcut. I was out of gloss varnish. Usually I gloss varnish before I do the masking tape step. But yes, after the masking tape, I do normally go onto the color.
In my the original Gundam video where I did the red stripes on the thighs and I messed up the first time, Redbeard Boss commented saying that if you apply the masking tape and then you apply the color that you're putting the masking tape on, so if you apply the white, it'll then seep under the tape where it's not firm and it'll seal it, and then you apply the red, so it's a straight line. Because any of the sinking under it that would have happened, the white did instead.
That is a brilliant tip.
Interesting.
This is why we have you on the show.
Yeah, I just learned something.
That was from Redbeard Boss, not me. I'm stealing that.
Well, I mean, you're sharing it with us.
Comment section. So.
Yeah. You know, you can take a bow on this one.
Absolutely. In fact, it's like the only things I know how to fix on my car are the things that I've broken before. So, pass on that knowledge. Nothing at all. No, I'm still cracking you up over Kaiju's comment. Nothing at all. Forget the hobby update. Dance, boys, dance.
Wow. No. Not unless we get paid.
Oh yeah, Mythos Speeder looks awesome. Thank you, sir. Now all of you behave. We will try our best, sir. No guarantees. Miniatures Paintbrush says looks great. Thank you, sir.
And we take rolled quarters, by the way.
Yeah, unlike Freak. Unfortunately, Freak didn't get a lot of hobby time this month. Whereas I haven't had a lot of hobby time and I've got 6 models done for the month. Freak actually hasn't had a chance to finish any yet. He's still working on his first 3. The Nerd Life. We got Brother Richard, my man who does all my commissions and builds my crap for me so I can paint them. Got the Nerd Life in the chat.
Yeah, I actually have to assemble mine. I got to assemble my stuff. Oh. Man.
Did I de-sticky my tape? Now that I always do. Because if you guys have seen the Sakaran on my channel, I love it. It is one of the most gorgeous paint jobs I have done to date. It's one of my favorite models. I screwed that up too. Because I did the same thing with the white. I did 3 tones of black. Because I did my black, my gray, and then my administratum off-white. To get my black armor can be hard to highlight. I'd done that. And then I went through and then I masked off all the black and I painted in my blues. And when I pulled up the tape, I didn't de-sticky my masking tape and ripped off all 3 layers of my airbrushed black armor. And I was so pissed, especially it being Forge World guys who went straight down to the resin. Like it even peeled up my primer. Man, I was so pissed. So that is one of my Forge World jobs that I had to stop, alcohol down, and restart over. And man, that was one of those that Freak got a phone call with a swearing Wolf Brother.
Yeah.
I have a clip from an old Wolf Brother Wednesday of what happens when something goes wrong when Mythos is painting. And I think you guys are going to kick out of that because it's so true. I'm going to go back and find that one day, show it to you guys. Let's see. I messed up on my paint with the quarter comment, you dork.
When we were talking about our dancing and stuff, that we won't dance unless we get paid, and we only take roll quarters.
Is that a roll of quarters? Are you happy? Anyways.
Yes, exactly.
Elstonation, we have the man, myth, and legend in the chat. So they had on a really, really great guest this past week, and overall it was just a really great chat. If you haven't checked out our man Elstonation on Chilling Wargamers, go check him out. Really cool stuff, though. But everybody always talks about the power beard Elstonation has. Contains one of the god level painting abilities, from the infinity beards in the power of his beard. He says he's growing it out. So, that'll be cool to see. He's going for a long beard.
Very nice. See, I think Weatherpig got his powers from a different source. I think he got a little too close to that tank. I think that's where he got his. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not Elstonation power. I think it's just tank power.
I don't have too much going on. I can't get much longer than this.
Well, when you get too close to radiation, it does that to you. It just but it does make you an amazing painter. So there you go. Dang it, man!
I did want to, while you're on the show, give you some props for inspiring me, Weatherpig, because you've had so many bits about wet blending on your show, and I already kind of talked to the chat here about it last week. But you've had so many bits about wet blending on your show lately that it kind of inspired me. And I was mentioning how I'd slacked off recently. Ever since I got the airbrush, I do most of my blending by airbrush, and I don't bother with wet blending anymore just because it takes longer. And that's just me being lazy. But during the show last week, I just needed something to paint by hand, and I decided, and it looks a little clearer in person, but you can kind of see it's kind of on this quarter here, a little more red-brown. I took some reddish beastly brown and some Averland Sunset and spent kind of the live chat blending them together. And then here at the top where the most extreme is, I kind of blended into the Averland Sunset there with Flashkit Yellow. And so it's a little bit of a gradient, going across diagonally here. And I did the same with the yellow containers on this side. But I did that because I've seen you do so much wet blending lately. I'm like, man, that's the skill I haven't practiced enough lately.
I swear we're not holding him hostage, Zane. It's not. It's not. We're not.
Zane's been talking about that for a while. The reason I was so quiet is because I'm building a part where I could not figure out the instructions, so I was just desperately hoping that I hadn't messed up my building, and that's why I was.
Thank you for clarifying it, because the whole time he's like, just let him talk. Just let him talk.
I did notice.
Zane, hold up a sign. Let us know you're okay. What is he going to hold a sign? Help. Please free me. Call 911. What?
I am glad you brought up the wet blending, because I've been talking about that a lot, and I really enjoy that you mentioned you were blending in red, like kind of reddy browns into your, like kind of the khaki color of it. And I've been talking a lot about how I enjoy bringing color into things.
I can see him doing that, just holding these cards. I need help.
Put it up on the wall and point to it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
H and P around the room.
Oh my god.
Only the point can save him now.
Right.
We were talking before the show about how tomorrow I'm hoping for the Warhammer Heroes miniature movie to come out. So if you've been following my Warhammer series, I've rammed them all together and recorded kind of like a bit at my desk where like you come and check with me, and then it cuts to that video, and then you come back and check with me, and it tells the whole story. And you guys play a very important part in that video, not limited to the whole barrel drilling thing. There is some. But in that video, I tried to replicate the Borderlands introduction thing. If you've ever played a Borderlands game, where it like freeze frames, it's got the name and then a title.
Nice.
The title's The Weatherpig as He Who Points. And it's funny that you bring up wet blending, because in that video, I'm trying to explain how this War Space Marine Heroes project means so much to me. I've learned so much, And ever since then, I've strived to experiment. And I'm trying to list off things that I've experimented since the Warhammer Heroes. And I end up going, I wet blended this, I wet blended this, I wet blended this. I haven't actually done much since making these videos. But no, I've really been...
You learned wet blend, huh?
I've done
Guys, we need to send some help to Lady Dragon. She's been removed from the Gamecraft Dragon channel. He refuses to share.
You
Send
know
help.
what? You don't need. Man.
Wow.
You don't. You know, you have talent. That's what it is. He's. Yeah, you know what? He's scared. He's scared.
We're about to flashback Friday to Messy Monday. Because I'm just going to say, wow, he takes your Stormcast Eternal and then locks you out of the channel. Wow.
He's scared. He's scarred. He's just. Old Average Brit Gaming. Gosh, this chat
man,
is
it
lit.
early in the morning for an old average Brit. Good to see you, my brother. I feel like this is going to be a long show.
Oh, man. I'm okay with that. Hey, I got all week. I got all week.
Brother Nick, good to see you, my man. Guys, if you are not yet subscribed to Old Average Brit Gaming and you want to see some amazing things like painting of Warlord Titan, putting things like galaxies and stuff like that painted onto the individual panels, he can show you how to airbrush entire galaxies onto your Titans and other similar models. Pretty amazing stuff. Oh, time sensible because he's still at Disney. I saw you were there earlier this week. I didn't realize you were still there.
How are you enjoying it? Oh. Come on. Exterminatus.
That's it, Zane. I'll make you a mod. Exterminatus the mod.
My goodness. You know, I love the lighting on mine, but I'm so distracted by the flippin' shine on my forehead. I'm like, look, what the heck is that? It's like, did I put, is that highlights there?
You're going to have to powder before the show, like
right?
a actor.
Oh my gosh, this like, do I need to degreasify? What the? Oh, you know what? I sprayed the beard oil on the wrong spot.
You start getting furry patches going out of your forehead.
Spritz. Oh, my eye.
Flight of the Avatar today. That sounds so cool. We have to see what our budget is like this year because we want to either take the girls to either Disney on the high budget side or SeaWorld / Six Flags on the lower budget side, depending on what we can afford this year. All right. Stop talking about the beard oil, freak. Jeez.
Hey, it's on my forehead this time. It wasn't on my chest.
So
you know.
that is our hobby update after an hour and 15 minutes. Shall we do some emo? Shall we do some art of the week? Shall we talk about some of our accomplishments this year?
Well, I think we're a little too early for emo. What do you think? You want to just go into whatever you want? You want to do emo, knock it out of the way, or?
Well, let's ask our guest.
Yeah, everybody except for Brian. Brian quits chat. What? Where'd he go? What do you think, guys? Emo first, or the art of the week, and
or the main topic?
Or the main topic, yeah.
Oh yeah, Roxas, I've been wondering what beard oil you use. I use the stuff from Dollar Shave Club. I like it pretty well, but I'm curious what you use because Roxas has a glorious Viking beard.
Dude, William Kubi.
Oh my God, modeling for advantage. The British are coming.
Gosh.
Good to see you in the chat again, my friend.
Did you see William there?
William Kuby,
Yes.
go to Six Flags. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's definitely on Art of the Week. Got 2 votes.
Okay, the art of the week it is. I'm down for that. Let me start setting it up.
Since speaking of the British coming,
On Astonish. Okay.
if you remember, last time I was on the show, we got Gamecraft Dragon to 400 subs. That was really exciting that we managed to do that live.
Oh, yeah.
So I have another request. A good friend of this show as well, Spect, who would currently be asleep, is as of right now on
Wake him up.
497 subscribers.
And I think I sent you the link to his channel, my
I
brother.
got it. Yep, I got it. You want me to push that right now? I'm doing it
Yes,
now.
please. Let's go ahead and do both plugs.
Okay.
So, guys,
Hold on a second. Give me one moment.
we mentioned him in the chat before. Oh, it's Brexit Day. Interesting.
Still day of Brexit.
Gotcha.
Oh, really? Is it? Is it
Is
official?
it?
Yep. We're hoping. Right now, the labor laws make it really difficult for an American to get to work over in the UK, but we're hoping that with Brexit, that'll make it easier one day for us Americans to get over. That'll be cool.
I've got a British passport, so that's now significantly less valuable.
Oh, oops. Okay, guys.
I can't just waltz into Europe anymore.
Mm-mm. Okay, guys. Here we go.
Last video was hilarious. Oh my God, yes it was.
His snow video.
Spect is a good lad. Brexit is done. We are out. Maybe they are letting him do more. Yep, we left the EU yesterday. Very cool. All right. Taking a look at the man's channel coming up.
Come on. Here it goes.
Guys, got to pardon us a little lag. There we go. 497, guys. We can get 3 people in this amazing chat to hit that subscribe button and throw some love over the way to our brother Spect. Let them know that the Weather Pig and your boys over at the Frost and Fist sent you. That would be amazing. So let's take a look at what kind of content we're recommending to you. First of all, take a look at he does great. I think he does a lot of conquest stuff, which is really good. But to me, the best stuff he does is his tips, like right here.
Just
Make
tip.
snow away. And as our brother Kaiju in the chat just said, it's a hilarious video. It is a legit good tips on how you can add some snow. And he's done some snow effect in his channel earlier. But also, this is just an alternate method that I've never seen anyone else do, and kind of trash terrain style. He often helps you do these terrain effects with stuff lying around the house. So check out that.
Who's that
He's
guy?
also got videos like on using spices as your grass, tea bags for peat in your terrain. I mean, it's pretty awesome stuff. He's got stuff on how to turn hot glue into flames for your flamethrowers.
That's a classic. Hey, it says 500 for me. I just refreshed.
What's that?
Awesome.
Hold on. I'm gonna
You
do it right now.
guys
Hold
are
on.
amazing.
I'm doing it. I'm refreshing. It's refresherizing. I'm
All season
refresherizing. 501. Woohoo! Yeah!
501. Thank you so much.
Guys, they're
team. Guys,
awesome.
he's at 501 now. Guys,
Nice.
this is why you guys are our team. You guys are absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And that is celebrating the community is one of our favorite things to do on this channel. So that is awesome. I'm so glad for Spec.
That was fast.
Boom, baby.
He's going to
Boom,
wake up to quite the surprise.
Right?
I did mention that I was going to try and shout him out on channel, but
That is awesome. That is awesome. And if you guys get a chance, check out his Sons of the Phoenix showcase, because to me, it's one of the best custom paint jobs. Well, not just paint jobs. I mean, he's done some additional sculpting, the handles, the flames, the purity seals. It's one of the best custom chapters I've seen in a while. So,
and he did it on a budget.
yeah, on a budget too. Again, all this stuff is stuff you get around the house: hot glue, wire, tin foil. He does a snow effect with other household ingredients. I don't want to give away his secrets.
No,
I'll tell you to watch the video, and it's done in a really funny way.
I noticed watching his video, and there's a few that you guys were talking about, like a turn one taking 2 hours and getting in trouble with the missus. And I think you regularly there's one of your viewers gets in trouble because his wife hears things you're saying and
Yes.
Oh yeah, Brian.
Brian in the chat right now.
Yeah, because
getting in trouble.
If he hears that, his wife comes running and is like, what are you watching? but really, this is how it's supposed to work. This is what gets him in trouble here. We'll turn that down, turn this up. And you hear,
Getting that green point clap on.
a little sexy music in the background.
Brian, stop this laughing. You trying to draw aggro on him? He's like volume down and muted. Oh man. Okay, so oh hey, this is a thing. Old Average Brit says he's only two. Now I don't know. I mean, we got exactly 21 people in the chat right now. I don't know if we can hit this mark, but anyone watching now or in the archives, our brother over at Old Average Brit Gaming is only 21 subs away from $2,000. So that's cool.
What? Wait, what?
So
What are we
can
waiting
help
on?
our brother there hit that marker.
What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Old Average
I saw
Brit
when
Gaming?
you chatted about earlier.
That would be cool.
We can take a moment right now. Go do it. Do it now.
I am totally running a show and not just searching YouTube right now.
Right? Me too. Let's just see if we can find it here. Old Average Brit.
Oh, I'm subscribed on my personal channel already. So
Let's see. This.
all right.
Done.
Hey, got a sub from Lily over there.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. I just noiced your noise.
That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, guys, we're asking for you guys a lot for you guys in one night. Can you pull up our other shout out, brother?
Oh, yeah. I was just going to kind of show this one real quick.
Lady Dragon says sub.
Nice. We can do it. We can do
I
it.
love Freak's nighttime radio DJ voice. Nice.
Oh, thank you so much. Except when I get a little shrilly, because Mythos starts blowing me up and stuff. And
Weather Pig, are we treating you well? Have we been feeding you? Hey, I would cook for this man. I'm just saying.
Heck yeah. With bow tie and everything.
1.98K.
It's getting there, guys. We can do it.
Yeah. You got the other one from the chat though?
Yeah.
Brother Pete?
Here. Yeah. Hang on. Don't rush me. I'm sensitive.
Just making sure you got it.
I got it.
Oh man, I love that sword effect on the knight in the corner.
Okay, let's see here.
Nick, that's such a cool sword effect. On the cool, for someone who doesn't brag about his airbrush skills a whole lot, man, Nick over at Old Average Brit Gaming really does some amazing work. Like, he is the on the cool, like up there, towards the Kenny Boucher level.
I was a
Speaks
big
hard,
fan.
do it now.
Do it
Your
now, baby.
windscreen on the speeder, Mythos.
Huh?
Your windscreen on the speeder.
Oh, thank you so much.
I really enjoyed that.
That might be one of the best things I've ever airbrush. Like, oh man, I didn't think I could do it. I was like, I'm gonna watch Freak's tutorial and I'm gonna try it, and I'm probably gonna get pissed off. But then I did it, and I was just like, oh, well, this is a surprise.
Yeah, see, that's typically what happens. He anything with my name right after he gets pissed off. So yeah.
Well, this is a Freak thing. I'm probably gonna get pissed off.
I'm gonna get pissed off, so I'll prepare to be pissed.
Hey, Elstonation says, while we're at it, Chilling War Gamers is only 15 subs away from 1K. So hey, they could hit that. they could hit that 1 grand mark tonight.
That's the show. We're just going to get everybody over the hill here.
Thank you all. I need to come to your chats more often, man. I say all the time, man, we hate to interrupt people's sleep, especially over across the pond, but we love it when you're here.
Oh, man, you guys are
We'll
awesome.
be doing, starting the 7th, a once-a-month UK-friendly live stream on Saturdays, 10 in the morning here, our time. I think that's, 3 or 4? I want to say 4 in the evening UK time. It might be 3. My maths. Yeah, I think it's 4 in the evening UK time, so. Maths is a thing. All right, so Mini Warzone Pete.
Yep.
Let's take a look at that. So Mini Warzone Pete, he's not up against any big milestone, but while we're taking a look at him, I want to direct you to his P&Q videos, and that is his monthly Q&A video. He has scaled back. It used to be his most powerful, longest running series, his most popular series, and used to get a lot of comments and stuff like that. And unfortunately, he's been through a rough time lately. And I think that's starting to reflect, like, some of it, he still does good content, but, there's definitely, you can tell things are going not, a little rough. And I would really love to do a little morale boosting. And I noticed that his P&Q only had 3 questions for his next Q&A. And I would really just love if, everybody could just toss him a question, any question, something about the hobby, something about the man behind the hobby. If I could just get a few people to go and post any question to him. I don't care if it's the name of his dogs, what color he likes painting, I just really love it if you could just participate in this part of the hobby culture, because he's a really great guy, a channel I've been watching for longer than I've been YouTubing. And just he's always been real supportive of the community around him.
He's a fantastic painter, guys. He doesn't just do Warhammer. He does some amazing miniatures, different types of models from different types of game game backgrounds. So it's really cool, all the different stuff. So and he's really talented. He's got a lot of really cool stuff. He's got a very nice setup too. So yeah, he's got a lot of there's a lot that you can ask about him.
Yeah, absolutely cool. And I think he's working on Zombicide right now, but he's definitely played Pathfinder, definitely played a lot of D&Ding, Mansions of Madness, Call of Cthulhu, lots of cool stuff like that. So
Goes the feet again.
I mean, he's all over, like it's all tabletop hobby, but man, he's got his fingers in a lot of different tabletop pots. Yeah. So very cool stuff. And he's always doing something interesting. And there's an art, something that Freak and I used to watch Mini Wargamer Jay do a lot, are simple paint and chats, where they're, just we still enjoy watching. It used to be something for me to listen to on the way to work, where Jay would have the camera on painting and just having a chilled chat with the community, kind of like what I do here on Friday nights, except more structured. But anyways, that's kind of a lost art. I don't see as many YouTubers doing that kind of, chilled paint. That's one of the reasons why I really enjoy watching Wolf Rate. It's that same kind of chilled cat kind of thing. And On the Bench is kind of the same way with Pete. So
and he always has a cup of coffee, which I love. He never forgets his coffee. Yep.
So very cool. Another one I'm going to throw y'all's way real quick, because it is only 15, and 15 sounds like a very achievable number. Yeah, really appreciate if you guys could drop that gentleman any question. Archer says, come on, people, if y'all aren't subbed to some of these channels, do it now. Get to the chopper. A request of feet pics, perhaps. I did say any question. I guess I kind of walked into that one.
Yeah, you kind of did.
Let's see. UK friendly show will be awesome, guys. Yeah, we're really looking forward to that. And our first UK guest from our UK friendly chat time is going to be Big Mech Dan Skull. So that'll be cool. Another pillar of the community here, been around hanging with us since the Commissar Gamza days. So very cool.
I'm pulling it up right now, Mythos. Bear with me.
On the bench, I enjoy his on the bench vids and paint. Very nice. Yeah, I feel like it's always an enjoyable. Unfortunately, I don't usually watch them while painting, which is the purpose of the video. But I'm usually on the way to work or getting ready for work when I'm listening to On the Bench.
I think where the picture sent feet pics.
Don't bring attention to it. Just
ignore it. It'll go away. He's really trying to boost that hub. Really is.
Zane, Discord. Oh my God, I got feet pics. Hell yeah. Oh my God. All right. I'm not writing this. Wolf Wraith, by the way, has joined us. Great to see Wolf Wraith. Man, I don't know if you haven't been to bed yet or if you are.
Mythos, he never sleeps.
Do you sleep?
Dude, he never sleeps.
I shall make sure I'm about for the show. That'll be awesome to have Elstonation joining us again. Took my first dip into AOS tonight, picked up my first guy, and I've been converted to that. I was listening to him talk about some of the strategies with the Death Army in his chat while he was doing some painting, and it sounds like it's going to be a cool army to play.
Ani's been trying to. He reached out to me and he says he wants us to take the plunge. I said, well, I mean, we're not too far from there. It just we have to learn the system, and I'd like to. I just have to really bear down and see what I think I said high elves, but I don't know. I mean,
oh, the new high elves look good, dude.
Yep, I like them. Yep.
And I think the way you paint such high contrast would really make them shine.
Yeah,
I want to do Stormcast, and I also want to do Daughters of Cain, but I think I want to go with Stormcast first because I have a vision for them.
Daughters of Cain are infamously horrifically overpriced as well. So.
What's her overpriced?
Daughters of Cain.
They're
really bad.
Really?
Oh, I love as far as meta goes.
No, financially.
Oh, financially, okay.
Oh.
And
I've never seen any Daughters of Cain ever, probably for that reason.
It would be great practice on my ability to paint skin, but at the same time, I don't want to do them an injustice by not painting skin well. Plus, I already have a vision for Stormcast. I want them to all look. I want to put Grey Knight helmets on all of them and give them a more signature paladin kind of look. The big guys. If you're offended by adult content on this channel, tune out for like 10 seconds. But guys, I really feel like the way they have the big, like their helmets have the big wide eyes and the mouths that are open, like they have classic blow up doll kind of faces, and it creeps me out. So I want different helmets.
Do it again. I want to see you do that.
Oh, you already know that Zane has screenshotted it and put it up on
Hub. It's on Hub now.
And we all know that Zane is really good at Photoshop, so I'm a little scared now. But he did excuse himself with the feet pics a few minutes ago, so he might not be at the computer at the moment.
Hey, maybe okay then.
Let's see. I know someone who has Stormcast Mythos Kashranada. Hey man, I'm just saying, if you would like to ease the burden of that 2 army box you got, I'm here for you.
Hey.
To help. I'm here to help.
Look at Ani.
Oni, what are you playing in AOS, man? Because I have been wanting to get into AOS for a while. So just knowing you, I'll have someone to play against. That's enough for me to say, okay, I'll do some AOS. Like twist, arm, twist. Wolf Wraith says, but there are so nice models, them Daughters of Cain. They are gorgeous models. I still have my copy of White Dwarf when they announced Marathi sitting up here as one of my things on my shelf that I like to display because I think the Marathi model is so gorgeous. I really want to paint one at some point in even if I never get around playing Daughters of Cain, I want to paint a Marathi just to paint a Marathi. Stormcast are amazing. You guys should see the army Lady Dragon gave me. Gaves in all caps.
Whoa.
That's awesome. Mythos, I have some Stormcast if you want them. Boom, baby, I'm in.
That's what I was telling you.
In. Let's just do a victory lap. Sweet. Guys, you guys are looking at Stormcast brother.
God, here we go.
I'm in. Freak, where's your army at, brother? Where's your army at?
Where's yours? Oh. All right, so I guess I'll have to start looking at my
Oh
house.
my God. I shall show you my Samurai Stormcast army, Mythos. I think you'll get a kick out of it. You guys will pardon the term. I just got a big nerd boner, and I got to see that right now. Like, right now. Speaking of Samurai, Elstonation says, I'm doing Samurai Bone Reapers. I heard you talk about that a little bit tonight. That's going to be so freaking cool. I cannot wait to see that. Zane says, okay, well, I'm actually not going to read that comment, but Zane's still here. Oh, Oni, you are the man.
Not just Oni. Wolfwraith just...
Oh, man, Wolfwraith. Oh, my God, you are amazing, my brother. You are amazing. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Elstonation could totally be epic. That would be epic. I want to see some Samurai Stormcast.
You really think I should do ogres?
Huh?
They just got updated, the ogres. They finally have a book. They didn't until now.
Oh.
No new models, but the cavalry.
That's a great idea. Do the ogres and paint them Chippendales. You know, all flesh color with a bow tie. I could do that.
There we go. That's so fair, Roxas. It's not like you don't have models to paint Mythos.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh wow.
Archer said I saw some Stonecast Eternals on Pinterest the other day. Yeah, I've seen a couple of people do those. So those are pretty cool.
Did he just call
Also, our brother Glass, friend of the channel, we used to game at the same shop here in Kingwood. He has done a couple of Imperial Knights in a stone golem kind of paint scheme, and those look really amazing.
Yeah, really beautiful.
Freak me! Oh yeah, paint them up as Chippendales. Okay, we finally caught up in the chat, guys.
A lot of chat, dude.
Did you get the Chilling Wargamers link?
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandson is buttoned up so bad right
now. That is totally understandable, Brian. We're going to do one more shout out and then we'll get to Art of the Week. I apologize. I've derailed us a couple times.
Is he busting on you already?
But also, we've been catching up on the chat and we just happen to have a very active and amazing chat tonight.
We do. We have an amazing chat. We always have an amazing chat. Right.
Oh, for your Chippendales ogres, Kaiju says you could have the standard bearers converted to be on stripper poles.
Y'all laughing. It's gonna happen, and I'm gonna have somebody on. I'm gonna do a diorama of somebody in the audience throwing a roll of quarters at them.
You got to have a couple throwing the rolls of quarters, but then you got to have some peppering you with them, like
Right? Yeah, loose change.
Change at you.
Here's some pennies. Get off the stage, you jerks. Never.
The ogre cavalry units are terrifying. For a while, they were the best army in the game. An all ogre cavalry army.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
You know what? To try something different, I may actually consider that. I seriously.
Archer says he probably has more armies than he can feasibly paint in years. I totally understand that feel. I totally understand. Guys, we are looking at the Chilling War Games. Oh my God, we are so close right now. 991.
All right, guys. If we can go ahead and get them, that additional 9 subs will get them to 1,000. Let's let them break the 1K tonight, guys. We can do it.
That would be amazing.
I'm going to go on my personal channel here. Let's see here. Switch channel. Oops. One. I'm doing it. I'm switching my account right now.
I've subscribed to my personal channel now too. So that is cool.
Chilling.
And anyone else, you feel like joining us? Elston, you guys know that Elstonation is a legend around here.
He's at a rate 993.
We actually devote teams of scientists
Indeed.
to figure out how Elstonation does what he does.
Right? Dude, it happens. Okay, let's see here. Healing. 4 gamers. Anybody have the count so far? 4 gamers. 997 right now.
Woo! Man, that jumped up real quick. Great.
998.
2 more. Just 2 more. 2 more. I'm sorry. I've got them. I got both of my accounts. Okay, so let me switch it back to. No.
Also, if you guys have noticed in the chat, by the way, Lady Dragon's channel is now called Lady Dragon Creations. So
Nice.
Keep an eye on her channel for some upcoming artwork. Also, we're going to do some more shout outs next week, but we've got some great people in the chat right here that deserve some love too. If you ever want to take a look at them, I love Kaiju's channel. Modeling for Advantage has some great work, and I love their new format on their battle reports. So I would check that out. We'll probably do some showcases of some of their channels on upcoming live streams like this one.
Absolutely.
We hadn't already done like 5 of them tonight. We do some more tonight, but we'll probably do some on some upcoming live shows. Aaron Painting, back from a hiatus, is already doing some amazing work. So very cool stuff, guys.
Well, guys, we covered a lot of ground. We got them from 991 to 998. I think that's pretty good. If we can get 2 more, just 2 more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wake up your friends, Just, hey, you need to subscribe to this channel. 2 more. That's all we need. 2 more. Well.
All right, so you want to start showing some art of the week, and we'll come back and see if we ever got these last 2 subs.
Let's do that. Let me transition. Bear with me. That one.
Oh, the glue fumes are building up in my room.
Is that why you're so quiet? See, it's not our fault. We're not holding you hostage. You're just lit.
I used Tamiya Extra Thin. Because it's I agree with all the praise Extra Thin gets, but it's really like,
I heard that Tamiya Extra Thin is what a lot of people like to use with sprues and stuff like that. When they want to make a gap filler.
I haven't done it yet, but yeah, you cut up sprues, you actually put them in the bottle with the Extra Thin, because it like really heavily melts plastic. So I really like it because it makes for really strong bonds. But some people don't like the plastic glue melts plastic, which is fair. You can get non-melting plastic glues. They're just meant to hold plastic together. But I love all the little cheats you can do with the super thin. Like you can make a gap filler. You can, if you've got, when you're like shaving down a part and there's lots of just crap on it, you can run the super thin along it and it just melts all of the plastic to a flat surface.
Lady D had a mishap like that where some of her plastic glue leaked out of a container and just slagged a bunch of. No, wait. I'm. That's an offensive term. Where, babe? Maybe in the UK. It just completely melted and destroyed a whole a good chunk of a squad of witches.
Wow.
So, yep, that went wrong.
I'm not 100% it's the UK, but I think it's the UK where that's offensive.
It's Britain. It is.
Okay. Yeah, let me not use that word anymore.
I don't know how bad it is, but I've heard that.
Ooh, Elstonation, can I share these?
I think he sent them for that reason.
I just want to make sure. He said sneak peek. I just didn't want to be disrespectful.
Oh yeah. Just make sure, yeah. Elstonation.
Okay, so we're going to start with this. I think it's a Rune Priest by
Blinklad.
Blinklad. I'm going to have to post bear hair. Have to be posting bear hair out to people this morning. Nice.
Yeah.
2 more subs and beard hair for everyone.
Yep, he says go for it.
Sweet. All right, we're taking a look at this Rune Priest first. Very cool kit bash. And I really like the detail on the face and the beard.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous.
Also, the detail on that icy rock there looks pretty cool.
Yep, looks like he's surfing it.
I love the Mark III Space Marine legs.
Yeah, Mark III is my favorite.
Yeah, it's definitely mine.
I'm working on some assault squad right now, jump packs that are all Mark III, just because.
Do you have the Mark III backpacks, or do you have more modern? Are they jump packs?
They have Spellcrow jump packs, so.
Oh, okay.
Help me get that alternate look I like.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. I think the face was probably my favorite part of that.
Yeah, this would look really cool.
Got to figure out something to do with. I've got a lot of Mark III Space Marines that I've got to do something with. They're all half painted.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, you did say that you were planning on. Did you ever decide on a chapter that you're going to be painting up as far as Space Marines go? Clean work here.
No, I might come back to wargaming one day, but I think for now I'm going to focus on individual models as opposed to full armies.
Right on.
Like I painted my 3 Space Marines, and the other day Terratrix suggested I paint another, and I'm like,
I'm done.
I've done all 3 Space Marines, mate. I think
That's
give me
fair.
a break.
That's more than fair. I really love. They did a great job with the pelt here, but again, my brain, anytime I see capes and pelts right underneath jump packs, I'm always like, but wouldn't that burn?
Probably.
Gonna learn, guys, painting up some Deep Madness board game minis. Love that Cthulhu feel to those minis. Also, if you guys haven't checked it out, one of the songs he got me into is the song Cthulhu by Shipwreck, I want to say. Very cool. Very cool.
I've just noticed the kit I'm building has a slight warp on one of the plastic parts, which is something I haven't had in ages. So I got to figure out how to fix that. It's probably because I drove it all the way from the capital of Australia back to where I am, so it was in the car for a fair while.
Wow. You know, it's so cool. This particular image, I've been doing some research on the actual ritual of seppuku, and it is incredible the very detailed steps of the ritual. It is amazing, and this particular piece of artwork here definitely shows exactly what was described in a lot of what details the actual act of seppuku. It's a very honorable. Gosh, I can't even.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
It
and for something that is so serious and such an honorable death and stuff like that, so ritualistic, so deep seated in history. I usually used to use it as a terrible motto all the time. Whenever I'd mess something up, I'd say, "Well, seppuku is the only way to restore honor to my family."
Right.
I've been discouraged from that saying by my family. It's
so wild because what they would do is they would actually have, a tea ceremony. They would have, and of course they would have a lot of people around them. It was definitely a public thing. You know, and they would have the white robes, and then they would actually remove the what's it called, the robe mythos, um,
The kimono?
kimono. Yeah, it's a special white kimono. They actually remove it, drop it down to where the belly's exposed. And I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, the actual ritual itself is just, it's not a stabbing, it's a ripping. It's like, oh my god. And of course, failsafe was that guy in the background. Once that happens, yeah, that's the failsafe. And that is supposed to be somebody closest to him.
The longer you live through the ritual and the more of it that you accomplish, the more honor you're restoring to your family.
Right.
If you start to die right away and they got to take your head cleanly, then
Yeah.
you didn't restore as much honor as someone who managed to go in
right.
and up and over and carve the whole thing out and set it out in front of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. So anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, this model here is just, it nails it. It's got a very very awesome historical vibe to it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Very well done too. I'm sorry, I didn't even comment. Yeah, I didn't even comment on the on how well it was painted. I comment on how, you know, the history. I guess that just works well with how well it was painted. So
yeah, it just struck a chord with you.
Yeah, it did. So,
but that's what good art should do, is strike a chord with you. You won't see a name on these guys because this was submitted by our very own Running Bear, who shared them with me personally, and I wanted to show you. And as he says, this is the kind of paint job he once was able to do, and these Plague Marines look really cool.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
It'll look great on the tabletop as well, with all the contrast and the bright colors.
Yep, absolutely.
Deep shade.
A lot of good detail.
Come on, change. Forgive me, guys. I didn't change it to low latency, so there is a little buffering. So,
and we noticed we were having a little bit of a lag issue at the start.
Yeah, I just checked it. I forgot to change the latency. I can't change it on the fly now that we're moving. So it's on normal latency, and it just sucks. Yeah, the claws look really good. Yeah.
I remember those models. The old is that the 7th edition starter kit? Came with a few Chosen models. Chosen. I think that's what that's from.
Cool. Let us know if that's the right kit there, Running Bear.
The Dark Angels in it.
The Dark Vengeance?
Yes, I think so.
Kaiju.
They were the first.
Claws look excellent.
They were the first of their kind of new Chaos Space Marine look they've been going for. So it's interesting to see that those few models from a kit in 7th edition, like now all the Chaos Space Marines kind of look like that, which I think at the time we were all hoping that would happen.
Nice work on the flames there.
Yeah, definitely.
And I like how you can see every individual link on the chain on the cape there.
Yep. By the way, it's all hand painted, so.
Yeah, you can definitely tell when somebody uses, like, you know, an overloaded paintbrush and wide strokes, and some of the chain link kind of blends together, you know. So good detail there. I would never have thought to do like a purple kind of bone and horns on these models, so I like that direction.
And it didn't skip out on the wrapping around the handle.
Yep.
He still managed to inject some color into the model there.
Yep, and the brown of the leather on the handle definitely looks different than the brown of the wood.
Mm-hmm.
Different hue, different texture. Cool. This, someone I'm a big fan of and a friend of the channel.
We know that guy.
Wraith's work. I actually watched him paint most of this on one of his live streams, and the vibrancy of the purple really just jumped out at me. And you guys know I love purple to begin with. And seeing him paint that and seeing how he took an all black model and bring forward this kind of, on black models, I struggle to bring out pop of color.
Right.
That's why I almost always do zenithal, and I do, you know, sometimes I start with a lighter color like sea or gray, just because it's hard for me to get this vibrant a quality starting from a black model. It's incredible skill. Yeah, mad skills is the way to put it, Brian. You're right. Absolutely phenomenal. And again, if I know most of you guys are YouTube platformers only, and that is absolutely fine. We love having you here. But if you guys ever feel like you jumping on over to Twitch and checking out some of their content, definitely I recommend starting with Wolf Wraith's channel, because frequent content, constant content, good chilled chat while he paints. Like I said, very reminiscent of, like mini Wargamer Jays and Pete, that very chilled, chat with me while I'm painting kind of video. So very cool. And again, look how vibrant this worm is here.
We got to get him back on the channel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not like sequestered or anything. Not, like,
not held against his will, locked in the basement.
Right. Okay, it's your turn to come out. Just don't scream, okay?
How could actually, if he's super weather pig, how could we keep him locked in a basement?
I don't know. Maybe he's just willingly. Just...
With all my radiation powers.
Right. Because he could probably just, like Aquaman, but he could just, with his mind, summon a bunch of spiders.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Do not want. Do not want.
He's like, go, my pets. Free me from this.
Weather pig, I'm sorry for every death. You're a great guy.
I love you. This is so cool.
Again, every single scale on that worm has the different highlights. It's every ripple is painted. It's not just solid color, right? It looks very organic, very cool.
No, I can't imagine how long it took to do all the kind of the lines.
Good night, Martin,
highlights,
for advantage.
scales.
I'm sorry?
I can't imagine how long this took to finish with all the hand painted like lines and highlights on the scales.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah. Freaking crazy. Okay. We know this guy too. Once the system catches up. Maybe not, Running Bear. Oh, but we'll know.
About 5 hours in total, Weather Pig.
That's actually
go ahead.
For 5 hours doesn't sound that bad.
No, not at all. Especially for that level of high detail.
Mm-hmm.
Another guy who can paint some serious detail. Another channel that I'm a big fan of. Grumpy Guy Gaming.
Yep.
And despite what I may have said in previous videos,
he is not a jerk.
Not a jackass.
Nope, he's not a jackass.
No, he's a great guy. Real upstanding gentleman in the community, and I love his work.
Yep. And what's cool about him, he loves to share his thoughts with you. He's just a great guy for that.
Where's this model from?
This is from the new Chaos set. Actually, I think these are from Shadow Spear itself.
Okay.
So this is the little guy is one of the guys carrying one of the tomes for the new Dark Apostle.
Ah, yep. I wasn't sure if it was some weird chaos model or some weird inquisitorial Sister of Battle thing, because they get kind of weird as well.
So creepy looking. Man, it looks great.
Wolfraid says he loves the grim dark feel of this.
Yeah, definitely.
So I've seen most of the people, almost everyone I've seen do the incense smoke trails as, like a real fine white kind of smoke. This is the first one I've seen someone do like a greasy black roiling smoke.
Yeah.
But if you read the Horus Heresy novels, that's usually what's described as the greasy black kind of smoke that they use, So actually that seems pretty on brand.
It would look really nice next to some Imperial units with incense as well. Whereas they had the more traditional smoke, and then Chaos are coming in with this.
That would be cool to see.
Would tell the
Especially like
story.
with the new Sisters units that have a lot of incense on them and stuff like that.
I was thinking.
Okay, so it's from the set. It's from the new Chaos set, but the Dark Apostle doesn't come into Shadow Spear box.
Golly. This is insane.
Again, the very warp kind of colored greenish flame, and then it fades into that greasy black smoke. Again, I love it.
I don't know how you fade a color that bright into black.
And it looks good. It doesn't look stark at all.
No, it doesn't. It's, oh my gosh.
I know if I were to try and do that, it would come out looking like black paint on top of something bright.
Yeah, it would look like finger paints, or for me. Yeah.
Well, but that's how you win a golden demon. You use your fingers to paint your base coat and really get to know the model, right?
Really get to know the contours of the model. Yeah.
Look at that. Did he go in there and freehand all that? Is that raised text? Does anybody have a Dark Apostle model? I mean, even if that's raised detail for you to paint, though, that's got to take so much control.
Yeah.
He's got the whole damn page filled out. The warp fire is beautiful. I definitely agree,
Yeah,
Wolfred.
heck yeah, dude.
And there was really nice fading at the bottom of the cape on the rear angle. There's like really subtle weathering, whereas I'd probably go too far in that and just make it look terrible. But it looks like the cape's been. It looks like he's been standing on the ground. He is standing on the cape. Doesn't break the illusion at all.
Very nice. Very nice. Wolfred says the book, the text on the inside of the book is sculpted. Okay.
Okay.
So at least there's a little how he does it. But still, that's a tiny, tiny, tiny detail of paint.
Yeah, that'd get
That's
me
clean.
cross-eyed. Yep.
See, I almost said, like last week, when we were talking about the tiny table that the Space Marines were having a conference over, and I'm like, only someone of Elstonation skill could paint that. And he's like, well, I guess I am small. They're like, no, it wasn't a short joke.
Oh, wow.
Very short joke. I almost did the same thing with the book there. Like, only Elstonation could paint that. And that kind of jumped in my head as like, oh, yeah. No.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, Average Bit is back. Question for the fam here. Anyone use fish tank plastic plants for scenery and terrain? If so, how did you go about it? Basing, repainting, etc. I have used them before in a diorama. I was very new at the time, though, so I just used them as their plasticky selves and then matted them down to try and kill some of the shine. But I was very noob at the time, so I wouldn't take my advice. I've seen Brother Rob encourage that anytime he does stuff like that, he always says that if you add any scenery too, you should always paint them so that way everything has kind of the same texture as the other items you've painted. So I would go with Brother Rob's advice because Rob knows what he's talking about.
Yes.
And that was like I had been painting for a few months. Elstonation says it's all good as long as it's funny. Nightly Painting Studios here, another friend of the channel that we met on Brother Rob's channel when we joined them for a live show. This is our brother Corbin, and I had to throw this on here because I know our brother Weatherpig here is an INF Deepkin fan. So
I do love the INF. It's the thing that's immediately caught my eye is that the scar on the foreheads is colored, is like a reddy pink. I was lazy. Mine's just the wash I did seeped in, and I went, "Oh, you can see it now." But no, it does that a lot. And there's like 3 or 4 different shades on the cloth. There's like purple pants, and like there's a gradient on the cloth, and then the blue trims. No, I really like them. And even the brass metal looks like it's been underwater. It's got like the green bluey rust. It's got like brass.
yeah, I love the kind of oxidation kind of look to them.
And the red tufts is a lot of people do that with the INF. I think it really just brings it all together. Like the heavy contrast is only a little bit of it. because I used to paint my tufts black, and then I realized how boring that is. So I'm a big fan of the red orange tufts.
He really pops. It stands out. I also really like the transition from the dark blue of the pants into like the more aqua kind of color towards the bottom of like the skirt and stuff like that. Really
No,
cool.
definitely.
This was submitted by Brother Thomas here, and that is, I'll let Freak read the name. He's always better at that.
It's Amphiris.
And I don't normally have a non-painted stuff on here, but sometimes the conversion is just too good. And in this case, we're showcasing here this person's sculpting skills. I mean, if you can look at the individual hairs in the beard and on top of his head, on the fibers of his fur pelt,
Yeah.
I mean, just amazing stuff here.
I can't even do a little roll of a ball.
Right?
Between my fingers.
When I did my grav tank, I green stuffed a seam where, you know, there was a big gap where the hatch on top didn't lay flush with the deodorant stick.
Yeah.
And I felt like I really did something. I'm like, hey, look at that. I green stuffed in the gap. No, this is green stuffing right here.
Yeah, this is beast mode.
This really well done fur and like the rope here that's got the talismans hanging on it really reminds me of some of the amazing green stuff work that Richard over at the Nerd Life did when he put my Wolf Knight together for me.
I'm almost more impressed by the sash around his waist.
Yeah.
Just how flat it is. There's little rivets done in. Even the little indents above the eye on the skull are like so subtle that you can still see them.
Yeah, you're right about that. And it definitely, I mean, for it to be that flat and that smooth, it does look like one piece. It doesn't look like somebody went in and mishmashed it together.
Yep. No. And on the other side, it blended back into the belt. Like I think that it looks like they shaved off some of the belt at some point, so they just repaired it with green stuff, and it was seamless.
Yep. Seamless, absolutely.
It's definitely a motion piece.
That shoulder icon, it's one of those wolf heads against the moon, but it's really extra detailed. That looks really good. Kaiju says that shoulder icon looks crazy good. I agree. Old Average Brit says, my green stuff skills are limited to gap filling. Same, brother. Same.
I'm not even that good. No gap filling there. I'm scared.
How do you differentiate? How do you make, like, it's with the teeth around the chest piece, it's clear what is the rope holding it in place and what is the tooth? Like, how are they not just melded together as a single shape?
I agree. The only way I could see that had to be done is if the teeth were sculpted separately, and then they came back and did the rope after they had hardened.
I'm wondering if they had a negative. I mean, they very well. I don't know. It's possible that it could have been. What do you call it? It could have been casted, and then laid in there. So I don't know. It looks just very, very clean.
These are the Samurai Stormcast that Chilling Wargamers Elstonation
and Oni
had shown us.
Yeah, Oni said he was going to send you.
That's amazing.
So cool, man.
Like, where do these bits even come from? I love those shoulders and the katana.
Yeah. These are really neat. These are really cool looking.
The old shoulders really just are hidden away there.
Yeah.
They're still there, which is good because they're covering gaps, but you can hardly see them.
And I think the weapon and the shoulders really sell the new look even more than the heads, right? Because the shoulders are something you're going to see from 3 feet away real quickly, right? You kind of got to go a little closer to see a face. But I really feel like the shoulders really sell the new look. That's so cool.
I'm surprised when you think of samurai, you think of smaller, more agile men, but it's really working with the Stormcast, especially with the bigger ones.
Yeah, and of course, you have like the two different kinds, right? Like these are fully armored samurai, as opposed to say like Ronin, like Roni Kenshin and nothing but their kimonos fighting, They're kimono fighting, not kimonos. Very cool. Oh man, I love this look.
I do like the Stormcast Vanguard. I don't see them much though.
These upgrade bits are from Puppets War. Very cool. See, now I'm at a conundrum. I had this whole plan for Paladin style
You're liking this, huh?
Stormcast, but now Samurai Stormcast sound like a really appealing idea.
And they can have swords in the rules as well. They're not just limited to the hammers.
That's so cool. And I know, see, me being a fantasy guy, I'm down with this mix of shield and katana. I have a feeling that some people would bitch about shield and katana, but I'm totally down. I have a couple friends that if they saw this would be trying to quote Book of Five Rings at me. I'm like, not that serious, bro. It's not that serious.
They can dual sword the Stormcast.
Nice. I didn't know that. Do it, Mythos. Do it. Oh,
Do it.
I mean, Elstonation says I have to do it.
No. Peer pressure,
I
bro.
have to do it. That is so cool. Guys, Chilling Wargamers is still sitting at 998. 2 subs away. 2 subs. Oh man, that would be so cool to get them to 1,000
I
tonight.
know. That'd be pretty.
Don't limit yourself. Do both styles. Paladins and samurai in the same army.
Well, the new Bone Reaper army is a combat. They're like, some of them are Chinese, some of them are more like European. They've got a mix of a few styles in that army, and they pulled it off. Games Workshop.
Very cool.
A real space station would be a.
And actually, a real space agent would be a thing. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Calm out.
I'm triggered.
All right. So that is art of the week, guys. I think we should do a little visiting with Emo. And we should really jump to our main topic of what did we accomplish this year? What are we looking to accomplish in 2020?
Yep.
So.
All right. Let's see what the old Emo's got for the day. You know, he helped me do that video. I was surprised. He just popped in out of nowhere and it's like, "Hey, I'm here to help you out." I didn't call you.
Emo did a great job helping you out on your video.
Yeah, you
like
would.
That guy.
You would.
That guy knows what he's about.
You would. All right. Chaplain Emo.
When you're going into battle and you don't know how to feel, just count on Chaplain Emo and his story will make you squeal. So when the world is you down, you want to scream, just listen to the words of Chaplain Emo.
All right. Mythos? Do the honor.
Chaplain, my man, saw you helping out and really carrying the video with Freak on the channel earlier this week, making our videos look great, man. And I want to continue that success here on our channel.
No.
So could you please give us some words from the Emperor, the light of the universe?
I don't need it.
On how to carry through that motivation.
No.
Men, I am here to say that I have had the honor of assisting and helping Imperial Fist Brother Freak with his videos. But he's lame. I think I'm gonna go help Wolf Brother Mythos.
What?
Man, I mean, you know what? I'm down for Emo's help anytime. He's a great guy. Probably a pleasure to work with.
You can take him. Yeah. Probably have more fun over there anyway.
And I would appreciate, Chaplain coming to hang out with me. It seemed like he was a little underappreciated on the show earlier this week.
I never asked him to show up. He just, oh, hi, I'm here to help you. I never asked for your help. I'm good. No, I'm good. I'll be here. But it's just those comments. I mean, I didn't need that. I never asked for it. And every time I would showcase something, he just reminded me of what you did to that model.
I don't know. I thought he brought up some pretty valid points.
Valid points. Points that I really don't feel like reliving.
And the comment section seemed to feel like he added something to. He added something to the video. I think he carried the video. Yeah, it just said right there in the chat. Sick burn. Old Average Brit says sick burn. That's awesome.
Why did he choose to work with Freak? Why did he pick Freak and not Mythos to work with?
I don't know. He popped out of nowhere. Because I was doing the video. I think he just, I don't know. He said he had nowhere else to be. So he just chose me. I guess I was, I mean, really? I was his last choice? First choice of nothing? Got no place to go. I'll just pop into Freaks. Oh, hey. I'm here to check your video.
You got a really good Inquisitor Chaplain Emo impression there. Freak.
Do what?
You got a really good Chaplain Emo impression, Freak. It's really good.
You like that? Yeah. I can't stand the guy, but I can do his. I can kind of do his voice.
He every once in a while he'll just be talking about something and he'll do a real song.
I'll go. And Mitha goes, Emo! Like, shut up. I'm just really sighing. Just shut up.
Like no, that's the Chaplain side.
No.
You're doing a Chaplain impersonation. I'm not. There you are.
What's making Freak sigh so much?
Oh, man. Emo likes Freak because he's the only person lonelier than Emo. Wow.
Now that we're all thoroughly motivated, let's go ahead and jump to our main topic.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, man. Thank you, Lars. Yeah. He stole the show. Freaking.
Oh, I love that. Got wrecked with that Xiphon.
Yeah. Did he blow it up? Did he blow it up Mushroom Cloud style with his iPhone interceptor? Jerk.
That guy's got good taste.
He's a jerk. Like I wanted to relive that. I mean, here I am. I'm showing my beautiful model. It's like, oh look, this is great. I love it. It's an ass kicker. Yeah, didn't he blow it up? Mushroom style? Mushroom Cloud style? Really?
Just participating in a good old community event. Trying to give back.
God. Almost the whole reason I watched the channel. Really, Inquisitor? That's the only reason?
That's fair.
He's an Inquisitor. Yeah.
Lars says that was a great video.
Oh, man. All right.
Oh.
Shall we move on, please? I'm getting a little comfortable here.
I'm gonna go get part of our 2020 goals real quick.
Okay. All right, so that and Weather Pig. Well, yeah, I mean that's why I'm on. I mean,
Weather Pig, I think, is the only one of us who's actually accomplished something on his 2020 list. Let's start with him.
Yeah.
Well, so I was trying to get into Gundam last year, and that's definitely become a thing. I was referred to as the Gundam guy at the start of the stream. But my first project was kind of just a simple repaint, and I only really painted half of the model. I only painted the armor and a frame. So one of my goals for this year was to do a Gundam where every inch of plastic was fully painted, inner frame and outer frame. And I did that with the real grade RX-782. I kind of cheated because it's significantly smaller, but I didn't clarify the size and the goal, so it worked out fine.
And even though you only painted half the Gundam the first time, it still looked amazing, and so it was still a class paint job.
No, I really enjoyed that.
All right, so you knocked out one big thing on your list. Why don't you tell us about some of your other goals for this year?
Well, I mentioned that I'm not really collecting armies anymore. I'm focusing more on the painting, more on the individual models, dioramas, etc. So I'm realizing now, with the money I'm saving by not buying full armies,
Right.
I kind of have no excuse for not getting a really significant Warhammer piece. See, earlier you were talking about Marathi. I want something like that. Maybe one of the gods from AOS.
Wow.
Marathi, Scarbrand, maybe Alariel, the big beetle. I want a really significant Warhammer project. I think that'd be really fun.
Love to see you paint that, man.
I've been neglecting AOS recently, so it'd be good to get back into that.
Give it a little love.
All right. Any other goals?
I noticed it's hardly fair that in my collection of different chapters of Space Marines, I've got a White Scar, a Salamander, and then of course the Blood Angel, Imperial Fist, and Black Templar. I have two Imperial Fists, an Imperial Fist and a Black Templar, but I don't have any Space Wolves. And I have a few friends now who are big into Space Wolves. So I definitely want to get I really like, because I love when Space Marines have the custom chapters. So I love really customized chapters, so like Blood Angel, Space Wolves, just covered in their specific iconography. So one really nice, maybe a Space Wolves Terminator, maybe one of the heroes, and do them up to sit next to the rest of the Terminators.
That would be so cool to see.
I don't even know how I do it, but I'll have to figure something. I might even get you guys involved in that. I think that'd be fun.
Ooh.
Wow.
Since you're talking about doing big models, Gamecraft Dragon says you should do Mortarion.
The Primarchs are definitely on the list.
Very cool.
Redbeard! What is going on, brother?
Redbeard Boss.
Party boys! Yeah, we don't have our bow ties tonight. We're still trying to, I don't know. But one day we will do that. We'll jump on here with our bow ties.
Redbeard recently accomplished some big things, but I don't think he's announced them on his channel yet, so I don't want to say it out loud.
Yeah.
But congrats on what you've managed to do, my brother. Archer bought some more Ghost Rushes earlier today. That's going to be very cool.
Wrong with those things. You cannot go wrong.
And if you haven't checked them out yet, we've already bought some, and Redbeard Boss will be joining us next week to talk about the new Ghost Dry Brushes.
I need to buy some more, by the way. I need to make another. I love those. I need some more brushes. Yeah.
I got 3 sets from the original campaign, and I'm still going through them. I'm strong.
Yeah, they don't go bad. I just want some different sizes, so I want more of a different size. So. Those things are amazing.
The man who provided my favorite set of brushes as well as the set which survived the longest. Very nice.
That's so true. So freaking true, man.
My sleep schedule is normal and I'm tired at 10 p.m. I feel weird not being wide awake till 8 a.m. Getting that sleep schedule right.
Hey.
You know, Elstonation was just talking about that earlier on his show, Chilling Wargamers. And guys, they are only one last sub away from hitting 1,000. So
really?
You guys might be that one sub. But anyways, they were just talking about that on the live chat this Thursday, that it was said to him when he was younger and he didn't believe it, that the older you get, you're like, I'm going to stay up forever. And you start to go to bed a little earlier and a little earlier. and a little earlier, and then eventually, if you're like Freak, he's in bed by sunset.
Yeah. Wow. I think it's just old age. You know,
Jokingly at 11 o'clock at night.
I'm surprised I'm still at it. You know, I'm usually, drooling the side of my mouth by this time.
So, Freak, we got some team goals this year. What are some of your individual goals?
Um,
And what have you? I'm sorry. Let me start with what have you accomplished for the year so far?
For our 2019 goals, I'm surprised I actually accomplished. I wouldn't say an extraordinary amount, but I think just enough. I definitely got my knight. I've got some of my gosh, what else? I did my wolves. I actually started working on my my space wolves, and that was something that I kind of started kind of mid-year. Really liked that. So
2018 was a really productive year for you.
2019 was exactly
2019.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I because when I came out with my space wolves, I wanted to at least get a jump start on my army. So I kind of hit those R's hard with my Thunderwolf cavalry. So pretty stoked with that. Then of course, I really wasn't extremely highly motivated with my Imperial Fist. That's why I was kind of moving a little more towards Space Wolves. But I definitely wanted to. Forgot to mute that one. Definitely wanted to get more of my Imperial Fist love there. So I kind of knocked out a few things. Let's see which one.
There's the Dreadnought.
Yeah, well, the Dreadnought I kind of did this. I did it this year, so that was kind of for 2020, not in 2019. There was a few that I remember we did our video the beginning of last year, Mythos, where we kind of talked about what we wanted to do, and Mythos has a better memory of what we had talked about, even for me. But I mean, I don't remember what the hell. I said one of them was I was going to try to do that. Was a tank. Help me. The land raider. Land raider.
Oh yeah, the Crusader. Yeah.
Crusader. Yeah. I was going to work on that this year, and I never got to it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why that got derailed. It's just like that's kind of like it's the gray that's going to stay gray, I guess.
That's all good.
And
we did a pretty good end of year recap. Let's talk about your 2020 accomplishments. That Dreadnought's a great place to start.
Yeah. Okay. So I think the main motivation there was the fact that Imperial Fist got a nice boost this year, especially with the new Codex supplement. Super excited that that happened, because now it almost seems like the Imperial Fist now can be par with some of the other specialty Space Marines. They're not just kind of like, okay, yeah, you guys are just you guys are just there, just vanilla as all get out. And that's what we called them, vanilla, because they were just plain as all get out. So it really wasn't special. There wasn't a whole lot going on. I still love them, love the way they were, and I was okay with playing them. It's just I wasn't as excited. So I was thinking, oh well, you know what? Space Wolves got their Codex. I really like what they've got going on. I think they've got nice, really cool perks. I'd like to start learning them. And right when I was about to get into it, GW says, "Hey, let's give some love here." When I started seeing some of the other, the other legions get a little more beefier, I'm thinking, I wonder if the Imperial, oh God, they did. So, yeah. So as soon as that happened, I definitely got excited. So I loved that Redemptor Dreadnought. When I saw it, I was like, that is just such a cool model, and I'd love to see it in my Imperial Fist colors. And so yeah, that was I loved. I tell you what, I had more fun painting that model. I had as much painting that as I did with my my Imperial Knight. Those two were kind of like almost hand in hand. I just love the way it looked. And the cool thing about it is, it was all based off of that one picture that that Mitha sent me. I was like, okay, I love this. Because everything that I had, I really pushed more the yellow and the red trim, right? Your base Imperial Fist colors. But I love that yellow with the black trim. I was like, okay, I'm doing that. I'm gonna try to emulate that as much as I can. I just fell in love. I was like, I'm doing it. And the cool thing is that my buddy Ani from Ani Studios, he kind of gifted me with one similar to that, and it looks great. I'm like, yes, I got two. I'm so excited. I got two of those. Yeah. So,
That's super cool.
yeah. So now I've got two Redemptor Dreadnoughts that Mithras can blow up to smithereens.
I was about to ask because Mithra.
Him and that stupid
Typhon
Siphon
Interceptor
Interceptor.
do some work, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you.
Yes, it does. I hate that thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay Lily, see if we can make it disappear somehow. Anyway, what? So aside from that, so I got that done. Love that. And the Centurions are, oh my, okay. I did say in my video that I had my top 3, but I tell you, these Centurions look so freaking awesome. They're just, I liked them when I first seen them, but they weren't that strong. They were, and for the price, it just didn't qualify or didn't justify bringing them onto the table. But
Now, are you
now,
talking financial cost, or are you talking about the cost of
the cost of for per model? It didn't make sense to bring them out there.
especially not for what aggressors get you for a cheaper price.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So that's why I bought a bunch of aggressors, got them on the table. They're great, man. You got a ton of firepower. And that's you basically have almost like a little miniature Land Raider Crusaders running around, right? That's what's cool about them. They just got a lot of firepower, a lot of bolter power. Well, man, since the new supplement, I'm thinking, okay, not only do they look cool, but they are actually worth taking to the table. They're definitely worth taking to a game, and so. But I struggled because I haven't been able to find good samples to go off of. Okay, so when I do my paint work, I look for samples that I can try to take from, that can kind of emulate a little bit, and then put my own style on it. And I've really struggled to find any, and I found one, surprisingly, of all the different ones that were out there. This was from Buy Painted. I actually went back to my roots when I first started airbrushing, and I saw that Buy Painted had created one, had painted one, and I loved the gorgeous work that he did on his. But there were some things that I kind of think were missing, so I added to mine. But oh man, I think they're turning out great. I can't wait to showcase them. They're going to look so good. I mean, they're looking good now. Like I said, I just got to finish these bad boys. Do the detail, slap them onto the bodies, and yeah, work on the basing, and man, they'll be done. They'll be ready to go. I'll be able to do showcasing. I did order some more, so I think I already got those. So I'm gonna be putting some more together. But I will be doing that RJack for a good friend of ours. So.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I can't wait to get started up. Luckily, I've got all this week, so that's gonna be kind of like my first thing I'm gonna hit after I finish putting these together. Of course, working on that video.
I did you a disservice in the chat earlier. I said you hadn't had a chance to finish any models so far for 2020, but I had forgotten that you did knock out the Redemptor this year.
Yeah, you're right. I knocked out the Redemptor. you know. And another thing that I really want to knock out is because I finally got it is Tor Garradon. That's really going to be a special one for me. So that's definitely one on the pipeline. Honestly, guys, I'm really kicking myself about since I've moved into this studio room. I have not. I'm organized physically here, but I'm not organized with my planning. I used to pre-plan everything, and I used to have a whiteboard, you know, in front of my desk area, and I would write down what models I need to paint next, or what I need to assemble next, and I hadn't done it. I got to go pull it out. And that's what I'm going to commit myself to do, is to get that hanging back up there and start writing down my goals. I usually have 5 that I put. They're typically 5 is realistic, you know, because if you get at least 3 done, you know, within a month, then you know what, I think that's for me. I think that's pretty good, because I'm not a very fast painter. I'm never ever declared to be a fast painter. But it's slow and steady, and I want to try to do it right. So that's kind of where I'm at. But goals wise, definitely Tor Garradon. Again, want to get some more Centurions. I want to get some more aggressors painted. I already got 2.
You don't need those.
Shh, just let it happen. I got the 2 Redemptors, so I don't need any more Redemptor Dreadnoughts. But I want to get I've got a Sikaran. Sakaran. I've got one.
My favorite tank in the game, guys.
Yeah, I've got one in there, and I'm tired of it sitting there, and I don't want it to suffer the same fate as my Land Raider. So that's another one that's going to be as a goal for 2020. And who knows? I also have, oh my gosh, guys, I got a knight. I got another knight in there. It's the, oh Lord, I forgot the name of it too. It's not an errant.
You have a Cerastus Knight.
Cerastus Knight, yeah, with
the one with the Mega Bolter.
With a Mega Bolter, yeah. So that's, I can't wait to that. So I've got a, but I that's not really a priority, but the other ones kind of are. So
it's not. Let's talk about that, because something we talked about that we were going to talk about during the series. So. Is we actually have an upcoming series we're going to be working on.
Oh, yeah.
Also have a Cerastus Knight.
We did say we were going to... Yeah.
Also, I have 2... I have a couple more. Paladins builds.
Yep.
And so I have one that is built and primed, but not painted yet. And I was gifted another Paladin by the amazing Ben Ellis. So now I have 2 fully painted knights, and both of us have a Cerastus we have yet to paint. So I'm probably going to give Freak my primed knight, and we both have a couple of armigers. I have 1 Helverin and 2 Warglaves. And we're going to have a little Knight Army on Knight Army challenge, because one of the things we talked about is we both love knights, but neither of us like that guy who show up to random pickup games with the Knight Army.
Hey, you want to play me?
No. And if you are that guy watching this right now, we love you.
You're a great guy. We just don't want to play you. That's all.
Yeah, we love you as people. We just don't want to play you.
No.
In fact, we'll be good sports about it. Like, let's not roll the dice. You told me what your army is. You win. We'll move on. That's a victory for you.
Ta-da.
And let's play the next game.
Ta-da!
Now, just but yeah, because one of the things we both said is that, man, I'd love to paint more knights, but seriously, when are they ever going to see game time? Because we don't want to be that guy who shows up with a bunch of knights and stomps, raffle stomps.
We did say that we're gonna do that that project.
So we mentioned that's one of our goals this year. Is as a team, both of us will have a Hawk Shroud and a Tyrannus army by the end of the year.
Yeah, it's just you're so far ahead of me on the knights scene. I'm like,
I only have one more painted than you. Of course, my Cerastus is assembled though. So
yeah, it's already assembled. You already got 2 knights fully painted.
you have one knight fully painted. I'm only one ahead of you.
But you got the Cerastus and you've got the Armiger. Don't you have the
Yeah,
Armiger
okay.
put together?
Hey, you could send it over to the Nerd Life like I did, and it'll be assembled. And our brother Richard gets a little, a little work along the way.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to tell you guys, if you ever need anything put together, look at Brother Richard from the Nerd Life. The guy is a beast, and he is a conversion monster.
Yeah,
Guy
he
is
is.
freaking
You
nuts.
send him work, not only will the build get done nicely or
Yeah.
whatever paint job get done nicely, he'll hook you up with free posing and stuff like that. Like, hey, I just wanted your stuff to look badass, so I just reposed it for you.
He's scary. He is scary. He is kind of like Frankenstein-y, but it makes it look so freaking awesome. Like, he'll tell you, yeah, I just slipped off this leg with the saw.
Prime
And you're like,
example, all I asked him to do was, man, I don't like fooling with Forge World. Will you build me my Forge World Contemptor for White Scars? He goes, sure. So I went ahead and reposed him for you for free, and he's got this really awesome flying pose now where he looks like he's about to dunk on somebody with these claws. I hope you don't mind that he's a badass now. No, I don't mind that he's a badass. Thank you. I don't like fooling with Forge World. That's why I send him all my stuff.
Meantime, I'm kind of like trying to. Oh, my fingers are glued together. Damn it.
Let me show you something else. So you guys may have heard in a previous live chat, I put together Brother Kane's Redemptor incorrectly. This man managed to cut apart what I'd done incorrectly, put it on a badass pose, and remembering that I like to do I had mentioned before that I want to do lava kind of effects for his Redemptor. Went ahead and was like, let me go ahead and hook you up with some terrain and basing, and he left me open spots for lava to flow. Like, look at that badass pose. You wouldn't have imagined that all these leg panels were screwed up like, a couple of weeks ago. So he took my cruddy, build fail and made it look awesome. So.
I still have his build of that part of a highway that had collapsed. Do you remember that he did that?
Yeah.
I still have that in my mind. It's still so very vivid.
That was from our terrain on the cheat challenge.
It was, and oh my gosh, I will never forget it, man. He did such a great job. It looked so real. It looked like a piece of literally of a high rise that had just kind of broken up, and he did weathering on it, and he had the water damage on it. I'm like, oh my god, that would be, man. If we can get a picture of that to showcase it, that was just amazing. I couldn't believe he did it. And it looks so cool. The guy is amazing. He's just got a great imagination and just thinks outside of the box. And he should just put something together. Just like he was like, okay, I think this will look cool. How'd you do that?
He is a creative genius.
He is. He really is. That's
Alright.
Richard at the Nerd Life.
We'll be right back.
Okay. Freak, do you have any other hobby goals for the year, or should I move on to our next team project?
Actually, I think, really honestly, Mythos, more games. More games. We need more games. We kind of stalled a bit because, Mythos used to live a little closer, and then, of course, he moved back to Kingwood, so a little farther away. But I think between you and Ani, I think we'll be able to get some more games. We need to start planning more games.
And Brother Atlas is playing again.
Atlas is playing again, too, so I think it'd be really great that we can, start setting things up. I want to utilize the space like, we originally designed, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to get a couple of people and play some games here. So I'm super stoked about that for this year. I don't want the year to go away and not being able to take advantage of that. Aside from that, the channel has been one of the things that have been staying on my mind. So I'm really seeing 2020 to be a huge milestone for Frost and Fist here in this channel. Not just on, I'm not really looking for, for growth. Growth is great, but I'm looking for a little more, I love what we have here. This is great. But I want to write more music. I want to have a little more flair to what we do. You know, and if we can tweak things here and there, definitely like growth. You know, I want to always be moving forward. I don't want to keep the same. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but that's all I got.
In that same note, I would like to eventually, at some point this year, upgrade my battle report camera, because the Sony is great, but I have noticed it is starting to, you know, fall a little behind in quality from doing battle reports. So I want to upgrade my battle report camera at some point this year. I want to get in more games, but also do more of like what we started last year. Our networking with other YouTubers and other hobbyists really went up last year, and I'd like to do a little more of that. I hope to see some people this year, you know, do some in-person meet and greets.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely.
Hanging out.
Yeah, actually getting to meet people face to face, you know. It's great that we have this, you know, this great community, you know, like just about everybody here, man, you know, these are great folks, but to be able to actually see them in person, shake their hand, and you know,
that would be amazing.
Be able to experience, you know.
I'd love to visit Brother Richard again. That'd be cool.
Absolutely, that's way overdue, you know. But maybe perhaps we can try that this year. Another thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to go to ACOM with y'all.
Which, unfortunately, this is the 1 year that Tiff and I are not going.
Figures. But maybe we can do something else. So.
Yeah, that would be cool. Maybe one of the local ones around here.
Yeah.
We're probably still going to OniCon.
Yeah, we are still going to OniCon in Galveston,
Ooh.
which is just hop, skip, and jump.
Yeah, I could do that.
And remember, I sent you that clip. We had like 50 people stop and take our picture last time we went.
Oh yeah, and we were in that cosplay.
Yeah, we were in that cosplay video.
I
Yeah,
remember that, yeah.
my first year getting into a cosplay video.
Yep, and you got some hits too. That's pretty cool.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So, next team objective for the year is blast of goodness here. Honor and Treachery from Wrath of Kings. This was a gift to us by Brother Brian over at Atomic Dog. And I want to paint up these wolves. Yeah.
And then he's going to turn around and steal the...
Not going to steal the samurai.
Samurai.
So, some wolves, some werewolves, and Oni in here. So, this is going to be very cool.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting battle report because it'll be Mythos versus Mythos. Okay.
Also, I immediately claimed the wolves, my man. But if you would rather have the wolves than the Oni, man, I'll give you whatever you want.
No, I'm fine. I don't care. I'm you know me, dude. I'm very flexible.
I know you're fine. That's why I run the show with you.
Hey. Save it.
That's how you make a side job.
Right? It's exactly. Yeah, you want to save it for Chippendales Mythos. Just saying.
That's our next team goal. Is we want to get these painted up and do a battle report on that, which also goes back to what Freak said about we both want to get in more games this year.
Yep.
Because sadly, we did really fall off on the number of games over the. I think we started off okay last year, but like halfway through the year, we really just kind of fell behind.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I mean, it's been like 6 weeks now because we played halfway through December. I'm really feeling the itch. Like, gotta get in the game.
You just look like a crackhead.
So definitely want to do that. So the Knights Army, I want my same one from last year. I want to finish the Tau this year, and in that I want to paint the new Shadow Sun for Brother Roxas. That would be amazing.
I think you'll like
I
that.
would like to dip my toe in the water on some AOS, and that would be cool because the fantasy side has always intrigued me. Like, 40K is my jam. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, the fantasy side has always intrigued me, and the AOS stuff, the Stormcast stuff, the Daughters of Cain, like it just looks amazing. Now the High Elves look phenomenal. So I would really like to dip my toe in the water with some AOS this year. Yeah. I have decided that I may slowly do a few pieces of Sisters throughout the year. but that goal that I mentioned last year has been pushed onto a back burner because I play 3 armies, and AdMech got a crap ton of new stuff this month.
They did.
And so I want to add those to my army, but that's another faction that I'm going to be painting. So I'm just pushing my sister's goal away. So that actually has happened to me 2 years in a row. Last year I'd said, the year before last I'd said I'm going to paint, I think, Imperial Knights or something like that. And then I said, I got an AdMech army and stopped what I was doing to paint the AdMech army. And then this past year I said again, I'm going to paint Imperial Knights and start on Sisters. And then I stopped what I was doing with that to paint White Scars. And so my focus keeps shifting. But I am getting new armies out of it. So that's been pretty cool. So yeah, those right there are my goals for the year, are my long-term goals for the year. AOS, Imperial Knights, because we're going to do the Hawkshroud versus Tyrannus bit, Honor and Treachery, and the Tau. Those are my long-term goals. Short-term goals, I want to get my White Scars to 2,000 points. So that way I have a fully fieldable army by itself. Because in order to get that high, I've had to supplement my army with other armies.
Right.
White Scars and AdMech, White Scars and Fists, which I'm not complaining because those mixes of armies have been extremely effective together.
Right.
Where AdMech like to sit on the back of the field and just shoot stuff all day and laugh in binary. My White Scars are zooming around the table, picking up objectives and getting into combat. So. And then they can back out of combat with no penalty on the bikes, and they back out, and the AdMech shoot in. It was really beautiful kind of combination.
Right.
And they actually worked really well with my Space Wolves, because I would have the Thunder Wolves and the Wolfen coming up one side as a big threat, and then a whole bunch of bikes on the other side as a big threat in my con, and it was having to split people's attention. And normally, my close combat units would get focus fired down before, and reduced before they got there. But having the bikes as a very mobile threat and the cavalry as a very mobile threat just really work together. And of course, bikes are cheaper than wolves. It wasn't, if I go take too many wolves into a standard game, I have a very, very elite force because wolves take up so many points. But bikes being cheaper, it was okay.
Right.
But yeah, those are. Anyways, I'm rambling now. But I'd like to get up to 2,000 points of my White Scars, and have just a playable White Scars army. And even if I change it up a few times, that's fine.
Right.
The goal is still 2,000, and anything I add to that will just be a bonus. And another short-term goal is, in addition to doing the Tau for Brother Roxas, I've got this for Kane. I want to paint up in some Salamander's colors. And Freak is going to do a little teaching. I've already followed one of his tutorials, and he's going to teach me how to do some of the flame effects on the shoulder here. So that'll be cool.
It's very challenging because it's such a small area, but it's doable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you were able to do it on a small dreadnought shoulder, like 85 times, because that's on a bigger Redemptor shoulder, I'm hoping that I'll have a little more room to make it work.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
On my Salamanders, I hand painted fire effects on the shoulder pads, and the sergeants had some extra ones. I didn't realize until someone commented on a video. I inverted the colors. I did them backwards.
Oh wow.
It went from a lighter color it went from yellow to red as it panned out, which oh, it was the other way around. I don't have any on me. I went from yellow to red, so the color got darker as it moved away from the flame. But
you're not a fire scientist. You were just painting what looks good.
Yep.
This fire scientist. Is that a thing?
And
I was just copying a page from Kenny Boucher.
Okay.
But they'll look unique on the tabletop. They'll look different.
Yeah, absolutely.
My Salamander is the one with the inverse fire effects.
I'm sure yours aren't the only ones, brother.
No, I do like how.
Where is
All right, so those are our goals, guys. What have we accomplished for the year? So Freak has the Redemptor done for the year, and he's almost done with Centurion. I've gotten 5, and I've already moved them. I've gotten 5 veterans with the storm shields and meteor hammers done. And that took me for fracking ever. I'm not sure what 5 bikes took me like 8 weeks to paint. I don't know. I was inept at painting bikes, I guess, which is daunting now because I have 3 scout bikes here I want to paint up at some point, and 3 attack bikes. By the way, check out this cool little conversion from the Nerd Life. Hooked me up. It looks so cool. Him doing cool work makes me want to paint them, even though I don't really need attack bikes in my army right this second. But putting the Outrider bike with the sidecar from the attack bike, I love the Outrider bike's aesthetic. Yep. So it just seeing it makes me want to paint it. But yeah, so I have all these bikes I need to paint. I need to paint up my scout bikes. I need to paint up my attack bikes, and I actually, for my standard, my Melta gun bike squad, I got 2 or 3 more chainsword bikes to go with that because my Melta guns die off too quickly, and I'm like, I need more bodies. Right. They're not even built yet because I don't want to freaking deal with them because painting 5 bikes just took me 8 weeks. So I'm like, I'm not sure why bikes are so challenging for me right now, why they're eating up so much time. Maybe just because they have a lot of detail. I'm not sure. But they seem like small models that are taking me ridiculously too long. And if I compare them to a comparable model like the Thunderbolt Cavalry, I don't know if it's just that it's easier and less detail-oriented to paint fur, but the Cavalry didn't take me nearly as long as these bikes take me to paint. So I'm not sure. Real quick, I just want to check to see if anybody was number 1,000 yet.
I checked. He's still
at 999. One person away. Can I get one more person to go hit the Chilling Wargamers?
Don't make us beg. Okay.
I mean, if you being number 1,000, that's huge. That's huge, guys.
Can you imagine.
Don't make them whip out the bow ties.
Say what?
Don't make them whip out the bow ties.
We'll do it.
I've got mine right here.
See? Hey.
Let's see. Free goes to bed early because he's a vampire. It's not the lack of the beard that makes him look young. It's the eternal damnation.
You're probably right there.
Zane says, all of my other brushes I bought at the same time have failed me due to how I treat them, but the ghost brushes survived the journey of me learning how to treat brushes right. That's so real. That's so real.
That preaches right there, bro.
I shot you a sub, Redbeard Boss. Very cool. Always nice to crush a towel. It is always nice to crush a towel. I'm not even sure where that came from.
Wow.
I say that like I know what that feels like. I don't know why I'm angry. I don't know what it feels like.
Wow.
I have beaten Atlas's towel before, but I'm pretty sure he was intentionally like, oh yeah, I accidentally left my ghost keel too close to your wolfen. I'm pretty sure that was a pity victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, shooting Centurions are amazing. It's like 40 shots per shooting phase, and if you put them on the Vigilus, I can't remember the Siegebreaker cohort from Vigilus, and you put the take those heavy bolter shots from those Centurions, you're getting mortal wounds on 6s, and I've seen one do enough damage with mortal wounds to take out a knight and a half. I mean, the extra half went to waste because you can only kill one knight at a time.
Right.
But still, I mean, one shotting an Imperial Knight with mortal wounds. That's amazing.
Pretty bad.
Damn, my paint schemes are often driven by what can I do to avoid going to the shop to buy more paint. Well, these are the colors I have on hand. This is the world we live in. No, I know that feeling, man. I was like, I've done so much to try and mix stuff up, to try and keep a consistent look, and not change what colors I'm using. Like, can I make this Averland Sunset if I mix this with, this Flash Gits with something else? I totally get that, Kaiju. Batch painting shoulder pads and gun stinks. About 300 models, got about 40 left. Been at it all day. Man, you are a champ if you can paint 300 models at once. I stress out building or painting more than, 5.
That's Elstonation stuff right there, man. Must have gotten some of his beard.
Ah, the flame effects. Go ahead and show them off, my brother, while I'm reading up.
Oh, let's see.
Um, let's see. Lars needs a new game too. He hasn't played since we last played a three-way game, and it's been too long.
Oh,
That was such a great game, man.
that
We
was a
definitely
great
got to play
game.
more. Do you know we're building up a little group here now because Atlas is back.
Yep.
We've got Oni, you and me. Lars will play.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we can get the band back together.
Gosh.
Richard wants to play with us too. We'll have to do a Citadel trip.
This is like the cafe?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cafe. Man, your flame effects are so gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. I don't know why I don't have many pictures. I can't even find the pictures that we did on the sides of the shoulder pads for the dreadnoughts. I just don't know why that's not even. I guess I was done.
Talking about upcoming goals for the year, Zane says, I see you guys hitting 1,000 subs and getting immediately demonetized because of me this coming year.
You know what? You're probably true. You're probably right about that.
One of you check the bottom of the chat, like the brand new messages.
Yes, boys. All right. Somebody made number 1,000.
You did it?
Awesome.
Really? Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I gotta find this.
1K. Dude, it's so cool to see it go from triple numbers to just all of a sudden shorten to 1K.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta see it for myself. So here, let me reset it. I want to see it. I gotta see it. Oh my gosh. There it is. There's the proof right there, ladies and gentlemen. 1K Chilean Wargamers got it. Congratulations, guys. That is so cool.
That's awesome. Chilling Wargamers. Guys, you guys are a beautiful team. Thank you for helping so many tonight.
Holy
Helping
cow.
we helped get our brother Spect over the next milestone. We got Chilling Wargamers up to 1,000. Hopefully, you guys after this chat will go over to Mini Warzone Pete and please go drop him a question for his Q&P.
That's so cool.
Such good stuff tonight. I
you
think
know
we took a nice chunk out of old average Brits number that he needed. I think it was 21 he was away.
Yep. Holy cow. This was such a productive night.
Yeah, it was.
Gosh. Dude, we're just throwing subs everywhere. Like, you need a sub, have some subs. Hey, that guy.
Beard Bear will be shipped out shortly. That's awesome. Redbeard, a subscriber number 1,000.
Thank you so much, brother.
Much, Redbeard, my man. That is awesome.
Yeah. You know, he's thinking to wake up, it's like, wait, hey, we're 1,000. How did that happen?
I love that this has become like slowly our chat has started putting together this infinity beard.
Yes.
Because Elstonation was the first one mentioned, and then Redbeard, and then Sam Lenz was brought into the discussion.
Yep.
Like, we can build a whole gauntlet soon. Oni says, we said, isn't that the cafe? Richard, who's been there before, says, if by cafe, you mean a place where they sell bottled drinks and cookies. That's it. Hey, we can always hit up. We can always hit up somewhere to eat.
Yeah, absolutely. And now with your new mobility, oh my gosh. Nice to know that Brother Richard is moving around. He's driving. They see me rolling.
Oni, yes, I would absolutely love that, my man. Oni, that would be amazing. I'm so down. You just let me know what I need to do. Okay.
Wait, what? What? What would you do?
We can make some back alley deals. We can make some back room deals. I mean, you just tell me.
You just gave more ammunition for Zane. You just gave Zane more.
No, I meant it that way. It was said that way on purpose.
God. Oh my God.
All right. So those are our goals, guys, and that is what we've accomplished of it so far. For me, unfortunately, well, you know what? I would say I haven't done anything on my list, but I did say the first thing was participating in more community things, right?
Mhm.
And while the speeder wasn't specifically something on my list of hobby goals this week, it is a community challenge that I participated in, right? So I'm kind of on the right path, right? I want to do more of those. I'm hoping to get involved in some of the other challenges this year. Like we've been doing this show for almost 5 years now, bro.
Has it been that long?
I have missed Edict Beer's terrain circle challenge every year. Always had something else going on. And we want to get involved in more things.
You think we're gonna?
We were part of the Get It Painted challenge once.
That's right. It was the beginning of the year, every year.
Yep.
I haven't seen that this year.
No, he does. He took a break from the end of the year Get It Painted challenge or the New Year painting challenge. So he took a break from both of those.
Yeah. Redbeard says, I'm shaving my beard so I don't have to participate in any back alley rub downs. Yeah, there's a whole thing with the beard hair oiling that kind of sparked that whole debacle there, Redbeard. So, yeah, it's best not to get involved in that.
Don't roll back a few hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, closing thoughts. I want to start with our guest. He's been amazing tonight.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've taken any cheap shots at tonight. So, I think I've behaved tonight. Because I found out he's got spider powers.
He does. He will send them to you. Ding dong. Open the door.
But yeah, do you know how much shipping costs? I'm not sending you anything.
Oh.
Remember that you were having people buy Resident Knights that were on sale. It was ages ago. It was last year, and they were like less than $100. But I was going to pay like $100 shipping to get them to Australia. It's obscene.
Was it those Leviathan Dreamforge nights?
Might have been. They were on sale because
They were like $20 a night. But
Yeah, and
I think it was like 100.
I would have had to have paid the original price without sale.
That's crazy. I didn't mention this when we were talking about our Knights Army, but I did grab one of those $20 Leviathan Knights.
I tried.
I mean, I would say I could hook a brother up and send it to you, HBO, but then I would be paying $100 to send it to you.
No, it's shocking. I'll have to do an America trip someday. There's things I want to do in America, so.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Only's down to come join us if we go hit up Richard at the Citadel, and Thomas and Archer would love to meet us at the Citadel. We could just have a great
That
big
would be
group
great.
day.
Yep. Absolutely.
Lars needs to get back to painting again, have several things primed, have to face getting started. I totally understand that feeling. All right, any other closing thoughts? Weather Pig, my man?
I don't know. I think I can reach my goals this year. Funding a big Warhammer piece is going to be interesting. And everything at the moment is focused on, there's a big painting convention. There's a big miniature convention in June, which I'll be attending. If Kaiju Shorts is watching, I will be going to that if you're interested.
Nice.
It seems like it's a pretty big deal. And I'm going to try and enter a few things, including the tank I'm working on. And I'm going to try and enter a Stormcast Eternal model, the one Stormcast model I have. If you've been watching the series I've been doing with all the wet blending, that's to practice for this painting event. So I'm very excited for that. So a lot of my channel is going to revolve around that. And hopefully, I've just exported the final draft, so I'm going to watch over it after this. Hopefully tomorrow, my first miniature movie comes out, in which I do exactly what I promised I would, which is I mentioned that you called me out, and I kind of try acting in it. It's interesting. I get very angry at Mythos on camera. It's great.
I can't wait to see that.
Me too. That'd be great. The whole getting
That's
angry at
what-
Mythos part. Yeah, that's the part I will look for.
I won't spoil it, but there's at one point I pretend I have a manager, and they're like suggesting I start drama with you. It gets weird. Hopefully, I get that out tomorrow.
Awesome. Speaking of community things I want to get involved in, I really think watching you, Oni, some amazing other amazing guys. Let me turn the camera because I don't think the chat can see. But right over there, I'm gonna have to. You're inspiring me. I kind of want to do one of those Gundam kits at some point with the Weather Pig point. Weather Pig point to a model that I want to do inspired by Weather Pig.
Appropriate.
So you've really been knocking it out the park with those Gundam models lately, and it's just like,
Enjoying it.
why haven't I done this?
I have an SD as well. That's what that is. Little SD unicorn.
Nice. Yep. And then actually also I think I want to participate if I can find out when my local GW, because they just opened up one here in Kingwood. Next time they have a painting competition, I think I want to do. I want to enter something. You know, I'm not saying I'll win, but hopefully, you know, I get a little something going. Because I feel like my painting skill has definitely leveled up a few times over the last years. Freak, any closing thoughts for you tonight?
Man, really great night. Just the chat was on fire. We had about 23 people in the chat at one time, which was really amazing. And they all just come to see. They don't come to see us with a bow tie or anything. They come to see the Weather Pig, which is great. But I really love the fact that the community rallied together and got the subs. We got some subs, man. I mean, it started with Weather Pig. Hey, can we get some subs for Spec? Yeah. What about this guy? Let's get some on there. Yeah. How about this guy? Yeah. Like everybody's gonna get subs, you know. And everybody came through. We freaking pulled through, and with last minute pull through, big win with Redbeard running in for the end zone and dropping the last 1K
Hobby hero
sub. Badass.
You're not completely wrong, Zane. I looked it up because I didn't realize what the R stood for. But now that I realize what the R stands for, I've stopped looking it up.
Yeah.
I thought it might be like, is that a type of resin? Is that a company that makes models? But
Anything that you see that he types in there, you probably want to stop there. Yeah, just
especially if you don't want anyone checking your search history.
exactly.
that's in my search history now. I didn't think of that.
But as always, you've been an amazing guest. We love having you on, man. I'm super excited for 2020. This year is going to be an amazing year for all of us, I believe. I think this is going to be a major turning point year for all our channels. And I think we're going to see our community, our neighborhood grow really exponentially this year. I think it's going to be really cool. I think we're going to see a lot of growth. I think we're going to see, this is more, I guess, a prediction more than anything, or it really is a desire to have that opportunity, like what Mita just said, to be able to, meet up with some of our other YouTube friends and friends of the channel and actually be able to shake their hands, So yeah, really exciting to see, really exciting. I'm excited to actually get some of these goals down, before the end of this year. And I'm really excited. I'm super happy with the direction of where we're going. And I'm a happy freak.
I'm really pumped about these goals this year. I really think that, normally you guys know Freak will make like a 5-person reasonable list and then he'll accomplish all of them. And I'll make a list of like 34 things I'm going to accomplish this year and finish 3. So trying to put together a more reasonable list this year. I think a Knight Army is reasonable because they're big models, but it's like 3-4 models I got to paint up this year, right? Finishing the town. Definitely want to make that happen. And getting my white scars to a fully playable army, instead of just piecemealing it. That would be cool. Archer says 100K subs for the channel, accomplish it. I would love to. I don't want to put that as a goal quite yet, realistically, because looking at our last couple years, our usual channel growth is about 150 to 200 subs a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we can smash 750, no problem, which is the next tier. When people are looking at channels, they're like 500, 750, then 1,000.
It's not impossible. We may actually break it. Yeah.
I just don't want to set my heart on it yet,
Right.
just because
I agree.
Statistically looking at our channel growth, what it's been the last couple of years. And like you mentioned earlier, I would love the numbers. I do love the numbers. I get excited when I see somebody subscribe to our channel. I'm not going to lie to you. But more important is the interaction. And something I hold so proud is that sometimes when Freak and I are looking in, because I love commenting on people's videos. You guys will probably see that I like to go in your videos and comment. But sometimes when I'm commenting on people's videos, I see that somebody who has an exponential number of subscriptions more than us has fewer interactions than us, right? And I feel like that's something that I enjoy the most, is that our numbers may be low, but I love that we build good discussion in our comments section. I love that what we've done this past year, building up relationships. Like, I feel like, we've made really good friends with Weatherpig here, with Big D, these amazing people in the chat who join us every week.
All these folks.
We have pop-ins from some amazing people across the pond who are up at ridiculous hours watching us and hanging out with us. I feel like our chat section, we had 24 people in the chat at one point tonight, right?
Yep.
And I see sometimes people with exponentially bigger sub numbers don't get the same kind of interaction. Not that I'm saying that we're better than them by any means. What I'm saying is that more than the numbers, I appreciate community. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
So
it's honor.
What we do.
Yeah, we're so honored.
I feel it's like really solid friendships and people who are interested in the same things, connecting with people. That's what I enjoy the most.
Yep. Absolutely. And yeah, we're humble. We're really humbled the fact that these guys are willing to just jump on there and say hi to those crazy guys. We're like, it's really like we get excited because like, oh wow, you're actually up, missing sleep to see us. Why? Did you take medication that keeps you up?
Safe caffeine level. Okay.
Archer says, we've got the liveliest chat in wargaming, homie. That makes my heart feel good. I'm not going to agree with you right this minute because I've seen Chilling Wargamers chat often popping. Guys, we build our chat based around how amazing Phil's live chat is on Wargamer Online. They have a very active live and popping chat too.
They're big too, though.
Those are the things we strive to emulate, is the active community and be just a big hangout. So it's very cool.
No, can't do that. Not gonna hear me say it.
Yeah, but we do want to emulate those things.
Yes.
But I am going to say that you guys are my favorite live chat community out of all of them.
This is my family. Yep, you got it right on me.
You guys are amazing.
Yep.
It's simple, just a good show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. That's and you know what? It means a lot coming from you. I'm serious. I know we throw a lot on you. Say, hey, you are an amazing artist. I really believe that. But the fact that you guys, you guys do really well. You do great work, and the fact that you recognize us is just really humbling. So thank you so much.
And before we sign off, I did have an Elstonation fact that our scientist did bring us tonight.
Well, please share with the class, sir. Hold on, let me change the music. All right, let's do it, man.
We are 9 minutes away from midnight. The end of January is upon us. Statistically, by January 31st, over 90% of the population has failed or given up on their New Year's resolution. Elstonation has not only completed and succeeded at his New Year's resolutions, but the New Year's resolutions of 10 men. And that is Elstonation fact number 35.
Well,
100% true Elstonation fact.
dag gum. Holy cow. Of 10 men?
Of 10 men,
I can't even complete my own, but not even for one. I mean, he does. It's the beard. It's the freaking beard. Oh my god.
the beard has power.
Beard has power.
The beard has power. Also, I got hit up Elstonation.
Don't hit him. Look, don't we just said nice things. Now you're gonna threaten him. Great. That's
Hit him up, not hit him.
oh.
All right, guys, thank you so much for your amazingly kind words tonight. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you guys enjoyed tonight's show, then please make sure that you grab up an ox and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor.
Do it.
Drop us some comments down below, especially if you've been watching in the archives, and feel free to be part of any of these ridiculous conversations. Fact number 2, Elstonation doesn't have enough time to complete the resolutions. January just extends itself another week. Nice. Awesome, Kaiju. If you guys are not yet subscribed over at the Weather Pig, because again, one of our favorite channels to have join us, go check out the Weather Pig, hit that subscribe button, get his notifications, puts out amazing content, lovable personality, not a bad lad to look at. Give him a sub. All right.
Just watch for the superpowers, though. If you piss him off, he may send you a swarm of spiders or something.
If you guys are not yet subscribed to this channel, we would love to have you as part of the pack, and I mean the pack, the
pack.
family.
Yep.
And I'm when I say the family, I mean this channel. I mean Weather Pig. I mean Gamecraft Dragons, Elstonation, Chillin' Wargamers. Any of the channels that we've joined us tonight, whether chatting or we did a shout out for them or have been part of our community, the pack right here. We would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fist. So hit that subscribe button. If you want to support us in any way, feel free to go take a look at our Patreon, see all the various ways that you can support us. Oh, and our patrons include.
Oh yeah. Oh, she called us out. Ooh, thank you, Lily.
Thank you, Lily. Starting at Blood Claw level. Starting at Blood Claw level, we have Brother Richard over at the Nerd Life. Blood Claw Richard. We have Blood Claw Big Mech Dan Skull. Go check out his channel, by the way. Another great
pretty
channel.
awesome, yeah.
Blood Claw Atomic Dog Scale Model. Well, no, Atomic Dog. He is no longer just the scale model freak.
No, he's Atomic Dog Scale Model.
Blood Claw Brian.
Yep.
Blood Claw Tim Moat, the Running Bear, one of my favorite long fangs. Blood Claw Big D over at the Gamecraft Dragon, another amazing channel. Blood Claw Chief Live Gaming, another friend of the channel, amazing guy, phenomenal painter. Yep. We have our Grey Hunters, Brother Roxas and Grey Hunter, Brother Zane, who is both a Grey Hunter and an Inquisitor all at the same time. Very powerful, very powerful.
And Lily with a clutch reminder on Patreon. That's right.
Lily with the clutch reminder on Patreon. I need to get those amazingly cut sideburns now.
Yeah, she came in really clutch with the reminder of Patreon. Thank you,
and of
Lily.
Course, we cannot forget the chat's very own Smash Captain.
The man, myth, and the legend.
Wolfgang Archer!
That guy.
Thank you guys so much for helping support us over on Patreon, guys. Again, thank all of you so much for watching and being part of our humble community. And until next time, guys, love y'all. Stay frosty.
Latest.